What is happening? Welcome to the Best Better Watch Party number 2. I'm your host, Kiprios.
What is up? I am Jimmy the Bag. It is time to get to work. We have the New York Knicks, Los Angeles Lakers in front of us. A very interesting game. Wild market move towards the Los Angeles Lakers. We had every player in the Best Better contest have to make a bet on this game. We are still 13 minutes and probably about 18, 19 minutes from tip-off, but we're 13 minutes from when the game is supposed to start. And we're going to be able to go over all the players' action and everything that's going on in week 2 of the Best Better. It feels good, Kip. I'm pumped up, man.
I'm pretty horned up myself. It's good to be back. It's nice to have a Saturday night with my beloved New York Knicks. They've been on, what are they, 13th place in the East right now? That line moved significantly today. I don't know if you were able to get to the bottom or ascertain why it moved, because wasn't it at 2.5, and now it's at like 8? I mean, how much did that thing move? Because it was aggressive. I know that there's got to be something in the wind for a line to move that much. I know LeBron isn't playing, or he's still on the injured list. So, did you get any information there?
That is the move. LeBron James to play Saturday night versus the New York Knicks. Braun in the lineup. So the spread went from -2 to -5 with the knowledge that LeBron is in. So that's the reasoning for the big market move here. The starting lineup for the Lakers with Braun back in action. This is going to be fun, man.
Oh, God.
Is Westbrook, Malik Monk, Stanley Johnson. It's amazing that Stanley Johnson didn't have a job a month ago, and now Stanley Johnson's in the starting lineup with AD, Russell Westbrook, Malik Monk, and LeBron James. So 5 games out with a sore left knee, and this is very, very exciting. This is very exciting. So are you more nervous now hearing that Braun is coming up against you?
Oh, I mean, when the king is in the building, are you kidding me? Like, yeah, okay. Of course, that's where I didn't hear it until right now. And yeah, of course, that man can definitely take over game. It looks like the line is now at +5. So the Lakers are at -5 now. I saw it as high as -8. I'm seeing if I can find a player prop on what it is, like what LeBron is. They don't have a line on LeBron for a player prop right now. Anthony Davis is at 22.5. Oh, no, pardon me. LeBron is in at 25.5. Do you see? Is that the line that you have, Jimmy?
Yeah. I've got 25.5. Very, very exciting. We got Lee Davis, Bobby Boucher joining us. Great to have Lee rocking with us. Lee asking, what is my action tonight? I'll tell you what it is. I'm sitting here with, let's just see. I'm sitting here with $861.21 in my account. And the plan all day is to live bet this bad boy. So that's my whole plan. So we'll see. I have $861.21 in right now. I hope to be way clear of 1K when I rest my head. So that's my plan. I was telling Kip today that I forget his first name, but Jennings, the dude who won. What's that show? What's that show? What the hell? Jennings. He the superstar of that. What the hell's wrong with me? I'm losing my mind. I'll get it. It'll come to me in a second. But he's a professional live bettor, which.
Oh, Jennings from Jeopardy. What are you talking about?
Jeopardy. Sorry. I got you. I don't care. I don't watch television if it's not sports. But Jennings was a live bettor professional, and that's what he did for a living before he showed everybody he was the smartest person in the world. There's a huge advantage of getting to watch a full game with your colleagues and break down everything that's available. But the most important thing here for the show, and we still got lots of time, I'm happy that we started before the game goes off, is we get to go over the action for our players. So why don't we start doing with that? Let's give a quick update as to what happened last week. So this is the standings as of right now in the Best Better contest. You have David Tuchman on top in first place with a minus $23.75 score. Bridget Case sitting there in second, Tiffany Michelle in third, Jon Orlando in fourth, Bob Guiney in fifth. So a lot of questionable gambling, first off.
Yeah.
And then we have Tuchman with a big lead, with a big lead. So let's go over the individual players' action at this point. And can you rehash our side action that we have as well, Kip? Because we have a little side
I got
action.
that. So every week, Jimmy and I are betting on which one of these players will actually do better. So in week one, I had Jon Orlando and he had Tiffany Michelle. Jon Orlando put a bunch of money on the futures for the Kansas City Chiefs. We know what happened there.
You are frozen. You are frozen right now. Frozen, stone cold. You're staring me down, frozen. Yet you're talking a great game here, Kip.
Oh, I mean, respect my game.
I do, but you're stone cold frozen. I think you should, jump out, and come back in. Jump out and come back in because you're stone cold frozen. Unless that's just on my feed. All right. Lee Davis said, my man just added some more bourbon to my glass for the game. I'm rocking with Knicks +5. Carlos Rodriguez says, where's the game? I don't have cable. Okay, yeah, Rodriguez, you can bounce, man. Sorry. We you can't just show a game here. So apologies, Carlos Rodriguez. Maybe get a job. How about that? Maybe get yourself a job. Maybe you'll be able to watch these games. This game is popping off here in a few minutes, and I too likely am fully stocked to drink and make money off of this game today. And we're good. You're good. You're looking good. You're moving. I can see you moving. Let's get Kip back in action here. There we go.
I'm back.
Talk about the side action.
Okay, so side action. I had Jon Orlando. You know what happened to me. I got charmed by the charisma, again, by the smile, by the brawn, by the shoulders, by the storytelling. I mean, I love this guy. He could be my Valentine. That's how much I'm in love with Jon Orlando. You bet Tiffany Michelle because of her poker acumen. We know how that went. Jon Orlando took a bunch of swings for futures, Chiefs, which, I mean, again, like kind of a risky play because you're tying up your bankroll, and none of those came through. So I bet on Jon Orlando to win. And yeah, I've already paid you. Week 2, again, you were getting to choose first every week. I don't know why. You just get your pick of the litter. I'm kind of, quite frankly, I'm kind of sick of it. But you went and you crossed over enemy lines and you took my horse. You stole my horse, my steed, my stallion from the stable, and you're betting money on Jon Orlando. So I went with the champion. I went with David Tuchman. So right now, you've got Jon Orlando and I've got David Tuchman. Why don't we focus in a little bit closer on where the action is and see how we're feeling? Because those bets came in at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time today. So talk to me about your horse, Jon Orlando, right now.
Yes, let's go over all of that. And by the way, with this Knicks game, it's just Derrick Rose sidelined. That's the only issue here for these New York Knicks. Let's go here. And Jon Orlando has the Knicks +2.5, but he risked no money. The man hates betting NBA, so he risked no money. This is a $10 bet. Now, each player must put in a live bet during the game. So we'll see when those live bets come in, and we'll see what Jon does. But took the Knicks +2.5, probably hoping that LeBron would stay out. But it's Saturday night in Los Angeles, so LeBron is in, and he has to deal with that. So he is focusing on UFC tonight, because that's what he's been so strong with. So he does have UFC. He's on Strickland, and he's using Strickland in UFC in a 6-leg parlay. That's all UFC, and a 3-leg parlay. That's all UFC, excuse me. And he's using Strickland in a NBA parlay that has big favorites in it for a big score. So he needs Strickland to take care of a business. Tuchman's action here on this game is the Lakers money line, and he bet it this morning before LeBron was in, so he got -130 in it. Let's pull up Tuchman's picks. Now there's 2 picks that aren't here, and that's 2 picks he won made on the Busch Light Clash, which I'm going to check during the show and see if that's gone on. So he's made 2 bets on the Busch Light clash that's been on. But he has Duke -3 today, Mercer +11, and Texas Tech -4.5. And that's our leader right there, David Tuchman. That's his week 2 action. So let's pull up and see how he has done thus far. We are still just a few minutes away from game time. And there's a couple things that I will be doing here when we bet live. And I can't wait to talk about it.
Busch Light Clash goes tomorrow. So we're off the hook there. Okay. That goes tomorrow. But yeah, he's got Kyle Larson at +600, and he's got Brad Keselowski at +1,600, both for really minimal. So he's got a wager of 25 on the +600 and a wager of $10 on the +1,600. I just pulled it up in front of me, but I'm not a huge NASCAR guy, so I wasn't sure when that was going. That actually goes tomorrow. Back to your point. Pardon me, Jimmy.
It's just great to see everybody here in the chat rolling with us. We got Leonard Porsche Jr. in the house. It is great to see you, my friend, trying to make some money on this Knicks-Lakers clash here. So I'm going to pull up the action here from college basketball to see how Tuck is done. We still have a couple minutes before game time here, so let's just see. Leonard, my friend, we have a packed account. Well, not packed, but enough bullets with $800 plus to fire it. Not that I want to use the whole thing here. I think I'd start sweating. But that is the situation here. Let's see what we have here for Tuchman's action here as we're waiting for tip-off. Love to hear what everybody in the chat is on.
Hell yeah.
Love to hear what everybody in the chat is on in this game, pre-game. But here we go. Let's see what we can get here. I have the NCAA basketball games up, so let's get some information. While I'm finding out what Tuck is on, let's talk about the second place performer in our contest, and that is Bridget Case. I'm going to pop Bridget up on the screen while I check out and see how Tuck is done. So why don't you walk us through Bridget Case's action here?
Okay, I got it. So Bridget, as you can see, she's on a 3-leg parlay. She's got Vanderbilt +125, Duke -3 in Miami, money line +146. The wager is 50 and the return is $528.34. So, I mean, that's quite a bit of her bankroll on a 3-legger, on a 3-legged horse. Then she's got New York Knicks money line and under 212 with LeBron back. That's the unfortunate thing sometimes for us in advanced betting is that, you know, you may want to wait until very close into a game, but we are forcing all of the players so they actually do all have the same disadvantage. And in this case, the disadvantage on this game was LeBron coming back. So the Knicks money line and under 212 points paid her this morning at +294. The wager is only, oh my God, it's a big wager. Oh gosh, it's $100 and that would return $394.23. So that's the action on tonight. That's a big chunk of her stack. She also has the Kansas money line in NCAA. Baylor at Kansas. The wager there was 30 and the return is 49.74. I don't have an update on that yet. And then she's also got NBA Suns -7.5 for -110. And
they're dominating, by the way. They're dominating. I wish she bet more on that because they are just, it's a smash and grab.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can get an update in this Kansas-Baylor game.
So we have Duke winning by 20 over North Carolina. So your horse, Tuchman, looking very strong there. Your horse, Tuchman, looking very strong there. And LeBron James getting a lot of love here in the pregame introduction. So just getting close to tip-off, and my palms have started to leak. We are live betting here, and we're going to be getting – and there's Cody A.V. in the house. I never get a chance to rock with Cody. Great to see you, Cody. So let's just pull up Tuchman, our leader's action here. So he cashes with Duke easily, -3, and he had $50 on that. He had 50 on Texas Tech and 50 on Mercer. We just went over Bridget's picks. In third place, Tiffany Michelle. So let's go over Tiffany's action here, her picks. Let me just pull up what happened last week with Tiffany. She was very conservative, but she did not cash.
No, she did not.
4. So I'm going to pull up Tiffany's action. Well, also we have Jon Orlando, whom I am banking on. Let's take a look at Jon Orlando's action here. Knicks +2.5, and then the UFC looks that I told you about. And then the last person who is needing a big week so badly is Bob Guiney. Bob needs a big week.
Bob? What about Bob?
Oh, he's got the Lakers and the over. Well, that worked out well for him with LeBron being in.
Yeah, that did work out well. RJ Barrett over 2.5 threes. I like that. Indiana money line. I think that's already in. Is that not? Did we find that one?
Yes. Indiana took it bad, right? Illinois stomped all over Indiana today, so they're in.
So Bob
is big trouble.
He actually has a couple other bets. I'm going to bring it up because we had some technical difficulties with the graphics display today. So we were only able to get 4 up, although our boy Bob did have or does have more than that. So hang on. I'm going to see if I can.
Yeah, it's just Virginia. It's just Florida State. Florida State, Wake Forest walked all over Florida State. So that's the only one we're missing on that spot right there. So it's not so bad. Not so bad. Okay, so we're going to find Texas Tech. Texas Tech is probably still to come. Let me pull this up and see what's Texas Tech. But so
I think we're getting into an anthem.
Are we getting into an anthem?
Oh, yeah.
I apologize. I did not. Let me just get the Texas
I'm going to let it be. I'm going to let it beam out of respect for the Soldiers.
Sure. Let's go bald. That's as bald as this show's ever going to get right here.
That's it, man.
Let's go bald. Let's go bald here for this. All right. Anthem's up. Anthem's up. Let's go.
A beautiful rendition, if I ever heard one. All right. Crypto. They're getting ready out there.
All right. It's time to go. So this is extremely exciting. Extremely exciting. So there's a couple of things that I'm going to be using here. First off, when we talk about the line movement, we've already discussed the line movement for the spread. That was all about LeBron James. But let's talk about what happened with the total here as well.
How much? Yeah, how much did that total move around?
Bobby Boucher going to go get some Kraken. Oh yes, you should do that. I was about to be proud of my Kraken.
Crack it off.
Leonard Porsche says, "What's the plan of attack?" Well, it's pretty simple here to start. And I think so. My unit size in NBA is $150, and when we're live betting, I don't want to make, full unit bets. So I'm thinking, between $25 and $50, and look, we know that the Knicks are supposed to be +5, so I think anytime that moves live up to double digits, we move on it. We know that if you believe the Lakers are going to win, I need to watch them before I think that. So at this point, my only live bet will be wanting the favorite when it's at plus points and the Knicks when they get to +10. So I'm going to attack those two spots. Also, I'm extremely excited about this opportunity here. And I expect that we'll be able to succeed capping a game and watching it together. This is a rare opportunity for me to be watching one game with fellow cappers and having the players in the best better contest bringing in their picks. This is very exciting. So this total has gone from 214 to 216, so it's gone up 2 points. There is B-ball in the house. Great to see you. Says thank you. He's got UFC on the other channel. Thank you for rolling with us. So those are the two things that I'm looking for. I'm looking for, but the main thing I'm looking for, and Kip, I need you to help me keep an eye on this, is when any team goes on a 10-point run.
Yeah, hit the other way.
I'm going to bet the other way.
Gotcha.
So
I'm with you.
Bobby Boucher says I definitely like the plus 10 live. So do I. So this is just this is basically for me sort of a test. I've always believed in this situation with us capping together, watching a live game, also getting the players and best better sending in their own live bets. I've always thought this was a great money-making opportunity. You know, a lot of us have families and responsibilities. And I was like, man, wouldn't it be nice to sit in front of one game for 3 hours with other cappers and live bet it? So this is a very interesting test. Again, I'm starting this test just so we, the one thing that I always cared most about is transparency. So I'm starting this with 861.21. So I can't. I could take a picture of it and put it in the chat, but that's where I'm at. I'm at 861.21. So we'll see how this ends. Starting game with.
Do you think you think that Julius comes in a little bit juiced up going against his former squad or not?
His character has come in question this year, and you being a huge Knicks fan, I'd rather hear your thoughts on Julius Randle.
Here's my take. He got paid in August, right? And we're not all Jay-Z. We're not all Michael Jordan. Where those guys, we're not all Tom Brady. Where those guys get to the top of the mountain, and then the season is over, they're either victorious or they go back to the drawing board and they start working again. They work tirelessly. They always have motivation regardless of it. And it doesn't matter how much money's in front of them, who's in front of them, what the opponent is, who's on their team. They're going to go compete and be absolutely fierce. I think there's people out there that want to lift the boulder up the hill. There's this Greek punishment, like it's called Sisyphus. His punishment in Hades, like in the hell, was like he's this Greek mythological character. He'd have to push the boulder up to the top of the mountain every day. Then he'd get the boulder all the way to the top, only to have the punishment be the boulder rolled right to the bottom, and he'd have to do the exact same thing. I think for the majority of people, if you get it up to the top once, you're kind of good to coast for a bit. So I look at Julius, it's like he proved last year that he could put a city on his back and bring relevance to the biggest market in the NBA. I think after doing that, that I just don't know if he really cared and was built to do that every single day in the off season, day in, day out. They also had Fournier came in. Fournier got a bunch more looks. Fournier is having an incredible season. RJ's emerging, a new point guard. So a lot of new faces. Point guard beef. Rose goes down. Obviously, he likes Rose. So I think that some of the inconsistency is just not like day in, day out desire to prove, to be like, I deserve to be paid. I deserve this money. I deserve to be talked about amongst the greatest people in the NBA. So, I mean, I don't know. As I said, I don't think everybody is Jay-Z. I don't think everybody's Michael Jordan. Not everybody's Tom Brady. So I think he got a massive bag and like he's there, but he's not like hungry where like Rocky Balboa is in Russia training in snow. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he's there right now, but he's capable.
That was well put, man. That was well put. I like that breakdown. I don't think that a basketball team with Alec Burks and Fournier is going to succeed. I don't think a basketball team that's counting on those two players at the 1 and 2 is capable of winning, being over 500. We have a starting lineup of Fournier, Barrett, Randall. Sorry, it skipped then, and I've already gone over the Lakers starting 5. So, and Barrett hasn't been as good either.
Here's Barrett, corner 3. How long? There we go. That's 1-3. I've got him hitting 3 this game. Where are you right now? I know that you and I aren't quite synced up. I've got Russell bringing the ball up. Where are you at?
Yeah, I've got 11:53. No, you're way 11:52. You're way ahead of me.
Can you speed up? You want me to put the brakes on?
I can't. Oh, I just sped up a bit. Okay, sorry. Yes, I'm. Wow, you're way ahead of me. Damn.
Fournier with a 3. Oh my God, my New York Knicks, my friend. I'll slow down for you, Daddy. Where you at?
I'm at 11:22 left.
11,
Wow,
22.
my ABC Buffalo feed.
'Kay.
11:15, 11:14.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna slow it down, and I apologize to our viewers, but there was we are in completely different coasts here. Oh my God, RJ Barrett's already got 2. I only need 1 more out of the kid, but I'm pausing it. I think there's a timeout taken already by the Lakes. So we're at 6, Jimmy, and the Knicks have come out big. Oh my God.
Let's I'd like to start live betting the Lake Show. Why?
All right.
Yeah, it says it's no longer available. Exactly. What? All right. This is not. This is my perfect opportunity to make a live bet. See if I can refresh this.
Smokes. I did a fun little same game parlay. As you know, I do tend to bet my Knickerbockers.
Yes.
I've got Fournier over 14.5. I got RJ Barrett over 19.5. Yeah, I've got RJ Barrett on a separate same game parlay. Here's what I have. I've got RJ Barrett over 1.5 threes made in the match. We already have that. I've got Julius Randle over 18.5, because one thing I think about Randle is he's going to want to show out against Anthony Davis. When the Knicks beat them this year, he bullied Anthony Davis a little bit. So maybe Anthony gets back. And then I've got Kemba Walker over 2.5 assists. So that's just 20 turning into $120. I'm already getting an offer of $40. They want out of that bet. The bots are panicking. The bots want to give me that. No, please. He's too smart. He's on one. Kipper knows today. The bots are scared of this money, Jimmy.
I love that look. Why can't my the whole plan is to live bet, and my Bet 365 is not.
No, that's
okay.
not.
I'm just making sure that we have everything up here for all of our players, for all of their action here on this game. So I have it just right in front of me. And the biggest bet by far here is the biggest bet by far here is this Lakers money line minus 130, $150 minus 130 is the biggest bet by far.
Hang on. Who's got that?
That the $150 is our leader, Tuck, on the money line minus 130. The best bet I think so far that I've seen is Tiffany Michelle. She has the Lakers by 1 to 10 points. So by doing that, she takes what was a minus 130 favorite and turns it into a plus 175. Now she only put $50 on it. So we have
that's nice. That is an interesting bet. That's a nice bet.
I love that bet. That's the best bet so far that I've seen. We have Bob only risking $20 on this game. We have Jon risking only $10 on this game. So they've not risked much, but Tuck has put $150 in. Bridget has $100 on the Knicks money line in the under 212, which if she had to put that bet together before game time would have been a plus 500 or 600. It was unfortunate the way things worked there. Unfortunate. All right, so we are in a timeout right now, and I'd love to see what I'm going to be offered here live, and nothing at this point. Nothing being offered.
Jimmy, do you think I take that quick Twinkie and I reappropriate, or let it ride now that I already have one leg of that? I wonder if Kemba actually had an assist on that. I'm going to check to see if Kemba's already got an assist, then I'm feeling pretty good.
I can get the Knicks minus 1.5 and minus 115. That's not what I'm looking for.
No.
I don't want the Lakers minus 1.5. Now minus 1.5 and minus 120.
LeBron takes it, doesn't get fouled. Julius coming up the court. Where are you? You saying this to my man, RJ? Looked like a foul to me.
No, it's funny. This ABC Buffalo feed's way behind.
All right, I'm going to slow it down just so you and I can sync up a little bit.
Thank you.
AD with a massive putback, though.
Wow.
Man. The NBA app is a good look.
It is. It is a good look. I think I might get it because
If I've got room on mine, I'll let you ride along.
All right. So I'm at 10:02, 10:01, 10, 9:59.
Thank you very much.
9:57, 9:56.
I blocked this. I blocked the count. 9:46, 9:45.
Okay, yeah, you're just 3 seconds ahead of me. I can work with that.
No, wait a second. Boom. Ali. Okay, wow. Julius, get that rebound. King's bringing the ball up.
Yeah, and there's your first foul. Okay, so here we go. So we have the same situation here with the. Wow. I'm surprised how this feed is this far back.
Bobby Boucher saying, I definitely like Knicks plus 10 live. They always seem to come back. Bobby Boucher starting game. Okay. Oh, that's you. You're starting at 861. Bobby's saying minus 3.5 right now. So he's on it. Ooh, they can't.
So we have the Knicks firing out early here. Fournier off the backboard. Come on. No one's calling glass. That's awful.
Oh my God. I love it. Okay. Now you're ahead of me. I didn't see it. I'm going to speed up a little bit. Okay. I got Randall in Randall's hands on Westbrook.
Yeah.
RJ. Oh man. Oh, get it out. Get it out. Oh my God.
Wow, that's spectacular.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Alec Burks he's a veteran. I mean, look at this. Oh my God, wow. Randall. God, is he a beautiful man. When he's fully engaged, he is a behemoth.
Okay, well, I think I'll lock in my first bet here. I'll just put $30 on the Lakers at plus 130.
Oh my God. RJ Barrett. Does he have 3 threes? Oh no. Who just shot that 3? Was that RJ or was that Kemba? Might have been Kemba.
Okay, I'm in.
Jimmy is in, folks. That's his first live in game, and he expects to get a lot of action in.
Still a little touch there.
Oh man. RJ to the hole. Good D by LeBron. Surprised he's complaining about a call. Usually he just takes the call with such class, like the referee is doing the job properly. Shout out to LeBron, but he does cry. He is a bit of a crybaby.
Bit of a crybaby. So I still think you're a little bit ahead of me.
Gosh darn it. And pardon my French on this live feed. I didn't want to say that, but I am a little bit upset. So
no, it's my ABC Buffalo is hearing this. Okay, so wow, the Lakers are now plus 3.5. Maybe that was it was only a $30 bet, so I don't need to be too.
Did RJ just miss both free throws? Where are you now? I got the King bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you're ahead of me. I'll give you my. So he just missed the free throw. 734, 733, 732, 730, 729, 28, 27.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay.
Oh, he looks rusty.
He looks a little rustic there. Indeed, he does. Oh, Evan. Evan can shoot from there. Oh, that's a nice pick and roll. One more pass. Oh, that's pretty. That's
beautiful.
That's nice basketball. That's nice New York Knicks basketball right now. Let's go.
That's beautiful.
Oh, man. This is nice ball. I do miss D-Rose. God, he's heart and soul. What a second third. What chapter is D-Rose on? But one of the most electrifying dynamite players, natural, athletic. And then for him to parlay his game into just crafty, like big jump passes. His floater's got to be one of the cleanest, nicest floaters I've seen in the NBA. I mean, obviously Steph's up there, but I miss D-Rose, man. New York Knicks always need a badass point guard. And like, it's dope that Kemba is New York's very own, but D-Rose, man, that guy's got a lot of heart and soul. Veteran, people love him. They love him in the dressing room, Jimmy. I know you don't want to hear that. I know you don't want any dressing room talk.
Well, dressing room's only for NHL.
All right.
The locker room for the other sports.
Locker room. Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
Part of my French again. God, I am out of control. Spinning. Out of control. Very horned up about my Knicks.
23-8 right now. So my first live bet is in. 30 bucks. Just $30. Bobby Boucher says game of runs very early. Yes. So $30.
Much like me. When the wife is cooking, it could be a game of runs. It truly, truly could. There he is.
$30 plus 130. They're offering me $24 for my my poorly timed bet at this point.
Ooh, the bots are giving you less than.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what the bot. I want to break a bot today. I want to get paid, and really what I want them to do, what I want my sports book to do is I want them to submit and actually give me a tip. So like right now that 20 could turn into 120, What I want to see them do is like, no, please, we'll give you 125. Don't put us through this. Like, I just want the tip. Give me the money now. Like,
oh man.
I want to break a bot. Oh, Laker girls are in effect.
I have not live bet since the Avalanche game against the Boston Bruins, probably about a week and a half ago. And that's the reason why I haven't live bet since, is because I was watching the game. I don't know if anybody watching remembers this game. Taylor Hall, of all people, who is very soft, put his shoulder into the chest of Nathan McKinnon, and McKinnon tried to brace for the hit, and his own stick smashed himself in the face and broke his nose. And then the Avalanche started taking runs at Taylor Hall, and Taylor Hall wouldn't fight. We have lots of words for Taylor Hall that I can't use here, and he wouldn't fight. And so it was just, they were just making, so it was 1-0 Colorado, and they were taking runs. The Boston Bruins kept getting power plays. I was like, oh, Bruins are going to. So I got the Bruins at plus 310, and I only put $75 on it at plus 310. I didn't bet much. It was like 11 or 12. Like I was just like preparing for the following day's work, studying and going over all the notes for each game. And I put $75 on it. And then the Bruins went up 3-1.
Ooh.
And I was offered like a nice price. It was like maybe about $45, $50 less.
Yep.
I was like, no, I'm not going to take this. And in the third period, the Avalanche, without Nate McKinnon, dominated the Bruins, put up 20 shots on goal, tied it up at 3, won the game in overtime. And I was very, very upset. Very upset.
I've been there. I mean, every bettor's been there. When I was watching the Buffalo-Kansas City game, I had quite a bit of money on Buffalo to win that. Their heart palpitations, man. That game was bananas, as everybody knows who watched it. At some point, the bots gave me 85% of my bills when the Bills were up. I mean, I think it was even before that last drive, Jimmy, like that 17-second drive that put it into overtime. And I was like, you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough of this. Just, I'm going to take it. So I actually cashed on 3. I had them plus because they were dogs in that game. I had them straight. And then I had something else as well. I think I had an in game, and I was like, you know what? I've had enough. I've seen enough. And it's one of the few times where you're not beating yourself out for getting out of there. You know what happened. I mean, they lost a coin toss, and the rest is history. Nice pass, Fournier. Ram that. Ooh, that's
okay. Ooh. Oh no. AD. Looking tough, man.
Oh my God. I don't know if that was a foul, Jimmy. I don't know.
That was a foul for sure. I mean, I would have called that. Doesn't have his hand all over. Look, that's all a hand.
But his hand's connected to the ball. I don't know. I don't know.
Tough. But I mean, even there was some wrist there. That guy's got long fingers, man.
Oh, look at Julie. That could be a goaltend.
That was in the cylinder. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm feeling a little bit. I should have bet. Oh, of course, yeah. So now they're offering me $27.60. So it's going up.
Malik Monk has he fits pretty well with this team.
He's been so good.
Yeah, he looks good for LA. Oh God. All right, I'm still a little bit ahead of you. I'm gonna slow down. I want to ride neck and neck. I want to be
549, 548,
I'm with you,
547.
doggy. I'm with you. I got Kemba in the ball's in his left hand, under the hoop, gets pushed by.
Not a bad pass.
Not bad at all. And RJ, look at the boys. They love RJ. You see that? 3 guys picking him up from the bench. They love him in the locker room. What is your next live bet? Oh, Jimmy, I wanted you in on that. RJ Barrett was plus 1.5 threes. I jumped on that very quickly.
Oh, really nice.
He's already hit it. That's already a green tick.
Yeah.
Let's
talk pace here. So
All
the
right.
pace opened, the total opened at 214, went up to 216 and a half. 214 went up to 216 and a half. And very, very exciting spot for us here. We're about to have our first special guest joining the stream, just situating himself. This is great. This is exciting. This is exciting.
I wonder if he knows about the crush. I wonder like how familiar he is.
How about we never bring it up again? How about that?
No,
maybe that
he needs to know. He needs to know how much I love him. He has to know. Jim, you can tell him or I can tell him. Let him in. He's knocking at the door. He's ready.
I know. He's setting up his camera. He's making sure everything's good. The man's a professional.
He looks great.
Please welcome to the show one of the stars of Best Bettor, coming to us live from his hometown of Las Vegas, Nevada. Please welcome Jon Orlando to the show. Jon Orlando. Hey, Jon, can you do me a favor? Oh, we have Jon. He does not look pleased. He's not look pleased. We'll pull him back up. Okay, we'll pull him out.
I scared him away. He did not like all that crush talk.
Get his internet right. We'll get him right. We'll get him right. We got to get his camera horizontal. We'll get his camera horizontal. We'll get him back in. This is a work in progress.
I blame myself.
We're week 2. We're week 2 of Best Bettor. The contestants, the players, the bettors will know that they need to have their camera horizontal. All right, we're 25.
Leonard Porch, Jimmy, I do this all the time. When the favorite gets embarrassed in the first cue, you take them on the first H line. The first half line hits well over 60%. Leonard, I feel that. I actually really feel that. That's a pretty apt comment.
It is. I think we're good to go now from our man Jon Orlando. Jon, do you mind doing us a favor? Do you mind flipping your phone horizontal? Get your phone horizontal, my man.
My connection sucks. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
We can hear you. We can hear you. You're good.
You can hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
You guys sound like this to me. I'm at the Venetian. Let me see if I can get better Wi-Fi connection. I'll come back.
Nice. At the Venetian. And can you go horizontal?
Oh.
Yeah. Beauty.
You can hear me clear?
Yeah, you're looking good. You're at the Venetian.
Wow,
you're making big bets.
I can't hear you guys at all. You literally sound like slow-mo, like remember the scene in Wolf of Wall Street when DiCaprio, when the pills kick in? That's what you guys sound like when he smashes the Lambo up. That's what you guys sound like. Or maybe that's where I'm at. I am in Vegas. No. Well, I can't hear you, but here's what you'd probably say. You'd say, Jon, you almost had a parlay cooking in the UFC, and New York looks good against the Lakers, but regardless, I suck again. Definitely going to be in last this week. And the fans at home, how do you not root for the underdog? You got to root for me. I'm the dark horse in this.
Jon, you were my favorite. I know you can't hear me, Jon. You were my favorite. Crazy. You're my guy. I need you to win this competition, Jon.
I wish I could hear you. This is brutal. I'm going to go out and see if I can figure out why the Venetian doesn't have good Wi-Fi. I'm going to see if I can pay to upgrade better Wi-Fi or something, and I'll be back in a minute, okay?
I love it.
I love it. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. No, it's all good. At the Venetian. Okay, I'll tell you what I'd like to do here very soon is I would like to bet this under. I do not expect the scoring to continue at this pace, and I would like to bet this under. So I'd like to get in here pretty soon. on the under. I'd like to get in now. I'm going to get in now. Oh, wait, it's about to change again.
Yes, it will. I'm seeing if we have any live action bets.
Oh, it's just moving too fast. And it's too juiced right now, minus 120.
Well, that's a nice rebound. Julius. I like when Julius brings the ball up. Oh, I think it's off RJ's foot. Yep, for sure it was. For sure.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to go under right now.
All right, Jimmy is in. Jimmy is in.
Not yet. Not yet. It's still now. I'm in. Okay, my second live bet is in.
All right, RJ with the big board.
I have.
Oh man, RJ from the outside. He is looking good, folks. He is looking good. Steve Nash's godson is lighting it. Love it. Uh-oh. Oh gosh. God, Anthony Davis is a beast.
Yeah, he's a
Julius still wanting to bring the ball up. He pushes. Had to foul him there. Too big, too bad.
All right, I got under 227.5.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can get in myself here. I like to ride along with you.
I just put 30 under 227.5. The opening line was 214, went up to 216. All right. And so live right now as we speak, we have a plus 5.5 for the Lakers. I'm going to go in on that. Oh, it just moved to 4.5, and it's too juiced. I should have moved quicker. God, live betting, you got to be quick on the trigger. That 5.5 was the perfect bet. Absolute perfect bet, and I missed it.
Okay. What are we seeing here? Knicks are minus 3.5 right now. You're getting 3.5. Like Lakers straight is plus 165 right now.
Yeah. I'm not gonna move on. I don't love that first bet I made. It kind of
a snap a little bit.
Hate it, but we're $30 increments. It's okay. There we go. Now I'm going to cheer for bricks as much as anything.
Ooh, Kemba. Well, there you go. There's your first brick.
Yeah. I want Kemba to shoot all day. He's terrible.
Oh, I know. Oh, man. AD, so strong. Well, that's a 3-point
I can't believe I missed that 5.5. When we're live betting here, I've got to be quicker to the trigger.
It's at 4.5 right now. What do you want? You want Lakers plus 5.5?
Yeah. And I tried to get that 4.5. I couldn't get it. Moved to 3.5.
It was just 4.5, and now it's back at 3.5.
Just be patient. I'm just going to be patient here. This is exciting. We're live betting here on the best bettor. We are Lakers, Knicks, and this is exciting. So we're in the first quarter, and it's been all New York so far. But this is, like Leonard said, the perfect opportunity for us to bank here. Bobby Boucher said, love the underlook. He's tailing. It's up to 229.5 now. I'm going to hit it again. Okay, the
only thing is you are nice hit by Julius Randle. Orange Julius.
It's moving so quickly.
And don't forget, you're quite a bit behind.
I know I have it. I have what's the real time on the screen. Okay, I just got it again at 230.5.
Little Country Reeves.
Okay, so that's my. So now I've got 3 in.
15. I got LeBron bringing it up. Spinning.
I'm at 153. Yeah.
Oh my God, LeBron can do that whenever he wants. Oh,
yeah.
So scary, so terrifying. No.
And now we need some bricks.
Just chucking it. There you go. You're getting bricks. What's your over under at right now?
I wish I got in on that 5.5. That was the best opportunity live betting on the board so far today.
I'm going to come in on the over under.
Okay, so let me just go over my action right now. I've got the Lakers at plus 130. For 30, they're offering me 25.10. I've got the Lakers under 227.5. That I'm still fine with that bet, but right now the bot thinks it's a losing bet. The bot thinks all my action's losing right now.
We got Johnny back.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, with thumbs up. Oh, yeah. Please welcome. Let me just switch this over very quickly. Please welcome to the show, live from the Venetian in Las Vegas, Jon Orlando in the house. Oh, Johnny, can you switch it horizontal?
Oh, sorry.
So there we go. How are you, my man?
I'm good. Oh, man. I'm not good. Yeah, I don't know. I think I misunderstood the name of the show. I thought I was doing the gambling version of The Biggest Loser. And that's what I think the disconnect is. I think that's where I went wrong.
Jon, I believe in you. I have you winning this entire competition. Jimmy and I do. So
Really?
yeah, last week I bet on you to win the week, and he had Tiffany Michelle. So last week I paid him and lost. This week he took first pick, and guess who he picked? He picked my horse, so he's taking you for a ride this week. I gave him first pick. That's how much love we have for you on this show.
I like this.
So he's riding you this week. So I had to go with Tuchman. But just so you know, there is a lot of stock in you still. So you've been in both of our bets. We've only been betting for 2 weeks. I've got you winning this thing, and I bet you to win the week last week. So hey, if you don't believe in yourself, there's enough belief between Jimmy and I for you, just to kickstart that engine.
Hey, it's a marathon, not a sprint. The Knicks are, speaking of which, crushing the Lakers right now. So there you go. I hate basketball, by the way. Yeah,
that's hilarious. What do you think? What do you think of the UFC fight so far?
Well, let's wait for the quarter. Let's wait for the quarter intermission because I want to go over all of your bets, Jon, in UFC. So let's do that at the quarter intermission. But I do want to say that your pick here, Kip in Tuchman, has the biggest bet of anyone on this game, and it's on the Lakers money line. So I'm feeling pretty good. About that. And I want to go through all of Jon's UFC picks because I want to know that we're live, Jon. I need to know that we're live, baby.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, let's wait for the quarter. Let's wait for the quarter. Let's wait for the
Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous basket.
Now you're ahead of me, Jimmy. In the Venetian, are you in like a private room? They give you the Jon Orlando room?
No, it's Vanessa and I, my better half, the pint-sized warrior. It's our 5-year anniversary.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, we met Super Bowl weekend 5 years ago. That's hence the 5-year anniversary. And so we did a little staycation here at the Venetian. When you're a degenerate, you get free rooms in this town at various places based on your level of degen status. So apparently the folks at the Venetian have anointed me as worthy this weekend.
Well, I love that we got to come along for your 5-year anniversary, and I hope there will be a 6-year in spite of this decision that you've made in bringing us on.
You see how much I'm dedicated to this 5-year anniversary, and I'm here with you. Which says how cool she is.
Yes. Salute to you. You're an absolute queen. You're an absolute queen.
They said
I want to go over in the break here. I want to go over Jon Orlando's UFC action. I do want to add one more thing though. I'm going to keep hitting this. Maybe this is going to blow up in my face, but I've got $60 so far on the under. As we've been live betting, I'm going to put another 30 on the under. I think that 42-29 first quarter is an anomaly in this basketball game. The Knicks playing like shooting the lights out. Can we get a stat quick on what are the Knicks? Kip, can you give me a field goal percentage? You have ESPN, but I'd love to hear what the Knicks are shooting. I guess I've got about a minute or so here before I can bet this under. But I mean, John, you've been gambling for a long time. They just put up 71 points in the first quarter.
48%.
Here's the thing. I can't believe you would ever bet the under. I can't bet the under because I can't handle the stress of it. I would rather be okay when I see scoring instead of praying nobody scores down the stretch when it's crunch time for the under. I like to be able to cheer no matter what's happening. I can't handle under bets.
It's interesting. You know, it is a funny, it's almost a sickness cheering on bricks, but I've been kicked out of bars. I've been kicked out of bars before betting unders in WNBA games.
Yeah.
And losing my mind, laughing hysterically, screaming brick after brick and laughing and kicked out. I've been kicked out of establishments for betting unders in WNBA games and just causing a scene as I cash. I'm going to quickly here. I'm going to go back. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to hit this under one more time.
You're hitting that under. I want to go over Jon Orlando's bets, so I'm going to bring him up. Okay.
Wait. Let me just tell you what my in-game strategy is going to be real quick.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to tell you, okay?
Okay.
Based on the rules, to my understanding, if you fail to put an in-game bet in tonight's game, you get a $10 bet on whatever the biggest long shot on the board is. That's what I'm taking because I suck at basketball. So I'm like, you know what? I'll roll the dice on the impossible bet coming in for $10. I'm in. That's my wager.
Wow.
I'm defaulting. I'm defaulting to the worst possible bet.
Jimmy, did you hear that? Did you hear that? That's an in-game bet. That is an in-game bet. So right now, I mean, I think the money line is if he gets over, it's plus 175. It's not too bad.
Right? I mean,
can you put that in, Jimmy? I've got under 231.5 at plus 140. Out of all the favorites, that's what it is. If you're good with that's going down.
Does he want to do it now? Right now, he wants to get his in-game?
Sure. I mean, for those that are like, this guy's an idiot, what are they thinking? I just want to remind you of the Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl, okay? So anything can happen.
Oh, my God.
You remember that game?
We'll never forget that.
The game that I had the Falcons that year along with my buddy George. He calls me up at halftime, and he goes, should we hedge? And I go, hedge? What game are you watching, dude? What are you watching? I go, listen to me. I said, listen to me. You're one of my best friends. If you hedge this game, delete my number. Okay? That's what I told him. And he's from Atlanta, diehard Falcons fan. But he was like, yeah, but Brady. And I was like, dude, what are you watching? Yeah, I still hear about that.
Yeah, but you know what still rings crystal clear in my ears? That $90,000 trifecta that you hit.
That was amazing.
That's what rings out. That's why you've got good money on you. That's why I believe, because you've hit some massive scores. And of course, you're going to get bruised up along the way. But
come on. I've got stories for days. I turned literally $600 into $22,000 at a roulette wheel playing with Michael Jordan.
What?
February 18th, 1993. And I don't know Michael Jordan. I met him at the roulette. I met him at the blackjack table, and then we went over to roulette. That's a whole long-winded story we don't have time for, but I'll tell it some other time. I'll tell it. Wait, I'm coming on, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow or on Monday.
We got you on Monday.
I can tell that story on Monday if you want.
Yeah, wow. We definitely do.
Yeah.
Wow. I love it. I can't wait to hear it.
I cut you off. You wanted to go over UFC. I don't know if you see my bets. If you see the results. I was crushing it. And we were at the mall and I kept checking in and I misread. I actually thought I was 5 out of 6 going and all I needed was the main event, but I missed that one of my fights that I've lost one. I've only lost one on the long card, on the big card.
Okay, so you've got Strickland, Witt, Arosa. Hang on.
Witt lost. I thought everyone won. Strickland has yet to fight.
Yeah.
Everyone else I got right, with the exception of I thought Witt won. I don't know what I was looking at. This is what happens when I when I don't put my glasses on. I thought Witt won, so I thought I was 5 out of 6 so far live going into the main event, but I was wrong. Then I double checked and Witt lost. He got KO'd.
Okay.
So I'm dead. I'm dead.
You're still alive on your 3-legger though, right? Oh no, Witt's dead.
No.
Witt. Okay.
Witt killed it. I'm dead on the 3-legger. I'm dead on the 6-legger. The only thing I'm live in is the basketball parlay with Strickland. But keep in mind, all I did was take the favorites. I know nothing about basketball. I just took the money line favorites, praying that there's no upsets. So I don't even know where that stands. I haven't even looked.
Well, listen, you've got Knicks plus 2.5. They're up massive right now. So that's a beautiful thing. Plus you've got that another massive $10 on the under. There's going to be breaks in the second half.
Let's go over, Kip, go over everyone in that UFC NBA money line parlay, because he's going to get the Suns are going to come in and cash for him.
Yeah, but Witt's dead, so that's
over. But no, I have Strickland in that one. The main event,
just Strickland.
It's Strickland.
It's the bottom one.
Strickland is absolutely going to win. Those of you watching, I don't want to say bet the house, but I'm telling you, Sean Strickland is going to win this fight tonight.
Okay, so Strickland, Heat money line, Suns money line, Kings money line, Bucks money line.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And Strickland is the anchor to that. That's the lock. You heard it right now. Jon Orlando. If you guys want to win money, put money on Strickland right now.
Put money on Strickland. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I love
and
it.
if you wanna take it up because he's a favorite, Strickland by finish, I think it'll be KO. But if you just say Strickland by finish, it won't go the distance. I would bet that's a good bet. I think he'll win that fight. It's a rematch, by the way. And he won the first time. Not only did he win, if you Google Strickland versus, oh my God, I just went blank on who he's fighting.
He is fighting Hermanson. Hermanson?
Jack Hermanson, right. Yeah. If you Google Strickland, like, talking during the fight, in the last round, he's sitting there going, come on, Jack, I'm going to let you try to win. He's like, come on, literally in the middle of the fight in the last round. Come on, Jack, let's just slug it out. Come on, Jack. They're like, why wouldn't you go down, Jack? Why wouldn't you go down? Literally while they're fighting. It was an epic display of confidence.
John, again, to back you, this is how much I believe in you. I just went plus 175 for Sean Strickland by KO, TKO, DQ, or submission. So again, I love it. I'm doubling down on you.
Okay, I believe
in you. You're my horse. You know, we're gonna make some money. So I'm back in that play, Jimmy.
I love it.
So do we have any update on those NBA scores? Go ahead. I'm gonna look at these NBA scores.
Yeah, do that. Let's make money here. I think so. The Knicks are shooting 61.5%. I think that's ludicrous. I think that the unders are going to cash. It's down to 229.5 right now, but it's dropping. I've hit it 3 times, so I've hit it at $30 a pop. So low stakes here, but I've got 30 on the under 227.5, 30 on the under 230.5, and 30 on the under 231.5. And I think we're in. I think these unders are going to hit. But it's funny you mention it, John, because I have a sick love of unders. Like this sick. Like when I catch an under, I respect it. So I feel so much better. I just have this. I don't know what it is. So like last night, I cashed on the Sixers Mavericks under. It was 210.5, and they had a big scoring first half, and I just watched it kind of crumble. Watched the Sixers crumble. By the way, man, I'm so excited. I have and it was in 24 hours. I took maybe 36 hours. I took the Raptors to win the Atlantic at 28-1.
Wow.
And in 36 hours, it's 14-1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was so exciting. And because last night the Raptors win on the second half of back-to-back over Atlanta like it's nothing. This team is so much fun to cheer for. And then the Sixers lose and the Brooklyn Nets lose. And the Nets are going to keep losing without Durant. And it's one of those spots that just made me, oh God, I was just so pumped, because it's your home team, and it's just like, oh man.
So John, you've got the Heat have already cashed, so you've won that. You've won the Suns. The Kings and the Bucks are yet to go, and Strickland's left to go. But in your UFC and NBA money line 5-legger, you're through with 2. So
all right. So you're saying there's a chance.
Saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
John,
if I win that, I'm a force to be reckoned with. That gives me a little added back to the bankroll. I'm dangerous with ammo.
I still feel you're dangerous.
And you'll make me another $50.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this. Could this be, and again, I hate basketball. I don't really follow it, okay? But here, I just want to run this by you. There's a very interesting, I'm all about, it's weird. I'm not like a religious person. I'm not into astrology or anything, but I feel there's the Cinderella story, those types of things I look for. I look for storylines for the future. So what I'm getting at is Super Bowl's obviously in LA. The Rams are playing in it. If the Rams win, which I believe they will, it puts us in an interesting thing where the Lakers, when LeBron gets healthy and comes back, could this be a year? And I don't know if this has ever happened. You guys probably know better than me. Have we ever seen a basketball championship, a baseball championship, and a football championship in the same city in the same year before?
It might be Boston. It might have been the Celtics, Red Sox, and Patriots. I'd have to confirm that.
That's correct. I believe we've seen it twice.
Tampa Bay's done baseball and hockey.
Right. I know two. I know that. But has anyone done 3? And then let me add this. I believe everyone. So if the Rams win, obviously they're winning in LA.
Oh, John.
I think the Dodgers can win it at home. Meaning the clinching, the championship game where they win it and close it out happens at Dodger Stadium, and same thing for the Lakers.
Oh, I want a little
interesting, because
I ride with you. I'm also a Dodgers guy, so when I was living in Vancouver as a kid, the AAA team we had were the Vancouver Canadians. They used to play against the Albuquerque Dukes. The Albuquerque Dukes were the farm team for the Dodgers. So as a kid, I would go there, and Ramon Martinez would pitch there, and he's Pedro's brother. And they signed all
he
my
was the good Martinez at the time.
He was crazy lights out.
Pedro was like a reliever.
Exactly. And then there was this other kid named Jose Offerman who was kind of touted as like a Mookie Betts back then. And like they called him up, and I had his Albuquerque Dukes card, and he came up, and he almost ran the cycle. Like his first game, he got he had a swipe and he went yard. And I remember thinking like Jose Offerman is going to be incredibly special. And But I love the Dodgers. I think Mookie Betts is probably. I'm so glad that we stolen him from the Bo Sox, and he's one of my favorite players of all time.
I'll tell you what. When I win this thing, and I am going to win it all, we will go to a Dodger game, dugout seats, row 1.
Oh, I will be
in 2022.
I will be there, John. I will be there.
That's verbally binding.
Okay, listen, you've got a 5-year anniversary. Your wife is a queen. I want it to be a 6-year anniversary, and thank you so much. Thank you. Happy anniversary. Congratulations. Congratulations to you guys.
Thanks, man.
Thanks so much.
We're going to cheer on Strickland for you, my man. Thank you so much for rolling through, John.
Thanks, guys.
Peace. Thank you so much, John. Easy.
There he is, Jon Orlando, rolling with us. What a great guy. By the way, I did just add another look here. I did just move on the Lakers plus 4.5.
The Lakers plus 4.5. Okay, let me see what you got it at. It was at minus 120?
Yes. I've been trying to stay away. Oh, it just moved to minus 110. Damn it.
Minus 110.
Okay, so now we have 5 bets in the $30 increments. So
incredible. I do think that we may have I think Tux might join us, and I think Tiff is going to join us too. So we got to keep we got to keep an eye on the door. We got neighbors knocking.
I like it. I'm excited. I'm also starting to get in on some so now we've got a full unit in play now on this game for me. So we have 5 different bets. 30 a pop. It's getting pretty exciting. And all of them, the bots don't believe in. The bots don't believe in any of them.
Okay, I'm going to tell you if the bots are giving me any love. They were giving me love earlier, but right now I on the under. Oh, so I went in at under 230.5. The bots are on that $20 bet. They're only offering me 15.75. Oh, but listen to this one, Jimmy. Listen to the bots.
15? Oh, from 20. Okay.
Listen to the bots panic here. I've got Kemba Walker over 2.5 assists. Not a green tick yet. I've got RJ Barrett over 1.5 threes made. We already have a green tick. Julius Randle over 18.5. 20 turns into 120. The bots are already offering me $88. Do I take that money and reappropriate, or do I let it ride? The bots are panicking.
Okay, can you go over them one more time?
Here it comes. Listen up, because this is the last time I'm going to give it to you. All right?
Okay.
This is it. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I've got Kemba Walker over 2.5 assists in the game. I've got RJ Barrett over 1.5. No, that's not a tick. The only tick that I have is RJ Barrett over 1.5 threes made. And then Julius Randle over 18.5 in the match. Right now, that 20, they're offering me $88.
You know, the bet that makes me uncomfortable is no. So you had Kemba over 1.5 assists or 2.5 assists.
I've got Kemba. He's got 2 assists. He only needs one more, over 2.5. And then Randle is sitting on 12 points. Yeah. So I need another 7 points out of Randle. I need 1 assist from Kemba, 6 points out of 7 points out of Randle.
And everything else is cash. No, I don't think I would take that. I think you're going to cash this thing.
Oh, are you telling me I'm going to war with the bots? This is Terminator 5.
I think it's a really nice spot you're in. I wouldn't.
Well, I like to ride with the bag. So I'm going to let it ride. I'm going to keep it interesting for our folks. This is a best better watch party. Y'all are watching the Knicks and Lakers with Jimmy the Bag and the KY.
Yeah, man, this is fun. Saturday night, the 2 storied rivals playing against each other at Crypto Arena. I was just in this arena 6 weeks ago, and it's incredible.
It's a beautiful arena, yeah.
Am I starting to get so I'm starting to look good on my unders, but I'm telling you, I'm really confident in them. I'm really, really confident in those bets, and I'm just extremely confident in those bets.
Well, I mean, I clearly didn't get the under at the right time.
Come on, baby. Brick after brick.
Obi, give it to him. Oh, that's a nice little Euro step. That's how we step into there. Just taking Little Country Reeves right to the hole. Beat it. Man, warms my heart. This Knicks team, I just think they've got potential. As I said, I like their roster 1 through 9. I think that they do have players. I know you don't believe in Alec Burks, but I think he's.
I don't believe in the team at all. Fournier and Burks, you need Derrick Rose to be healthy. You need RJ Barrett to play better, Randle to play better. I think there's a lot of weakness.
Ooh,
a lot of soft weakness, man. Oh, okay. We have a special guest close to appearing here. Oh. See, brick after brick. It's Brick City, man. Let's buy a couch. I love this, man. This is these unders are good. Well, I
look at this brick. Oh my God, Little Country Reeves now bricking.
Of course he's bricking, man.
I need Kemba out there. Tell me Kemba's not dead. I need Kemba to come back into the game. I need another apple out of Kemba. Did you get that? Did you tally that bet for Jon Orlando? Oh, RJ.
I did not. It was under 231 at plus 125. Did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Under 231 and plus 125. We will legitimize that bet. We will legitimize that bet after bringing on your next special guest, 17th place in the 2008 World Series of Poker. What an incredible mantle that is. That's a huge honor and it takes such skill to get that far. And I'm having enormous respect for your next guest. Please welcome to the show, Tiffany Michelle. Tiff, what's happening?
Let her in. Let
her in.
You guys said next guest. Am I not the first one to grace you with my presence?
Hey, we had Jon Orlando on his 5-year anniversary, and we were in the hotel room with him and his wife. Total DJ.
Jon Orlando, I met in a Vegas casino many a year ago, and DGen, 5-year anniversary, is hanging out with you chumps.
Yep, and really giving us stories of playing roulette with Michael Jordan. Again, Jon Orlando is a fountain of stories. So yeah, we hit it up.
Cool. I mean, I'm embarrassed to be, wearing it, but I kind of felt like it was thematic, even though it's not the year of the Lake Show, is it, guys?
It's early for the Lake Show. If they can get healthy, they certainly could do something. I mean, they have the pieces. They have some danger. I don't know. I think that if you get those three guys plus Carmelo on the floor, Monk heats up, I think LeBron is so smart that he can coast, get them into the playoffs, and then turn it on.
Really? You think they can do the playoffs?
I do. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I would take that money right now. Tiff, you've got the Lakers. I love your bet tonight, by the way. Lakers between 1 and 10 winning margin.
Yeah.
It's a clever little bet. When I first saw that, it didn't make sense. You got it in early before everybody knew that LeBron was playing, so that actually favored you. And the Knicks have come out, but I'm a Knicks fan. You're wearing the Lakers. I'm wearing New York. Unfortunately, we're opposed tonight, but I still love you. But you actually got really incredible value out of that bet. So, and I don't think you're done.
Listen, I'm not going to come on here like a David Tuchman, as Bob calls him, or a Jon Orlando, and tell you that, all of my bets are like the best thing I could be doing. It's just, back when I was a back-to-back fantasy football champion, I just kind of found that, staying attuned to what's going on with the teams and the players and their games each week. And I'm kind of a reader. So it's like, I've been a little bit out of NBA this season. I've been much more into NFL, and I'm dating someone who's an EPL fan, hence my EPL bet this week. And so I've been admittedly out of NBA. So I kind of just did my research. I was like, okay, what are the experts saying? What are the stats with the Lakers and Knicks? And honestly, like, I wasn't impressed with either. I kind of went back and forth. It was like a real 50-50 to me, but kind of in the spirit of, all right, this is probably one of the first Laker games I'm going to even watch this season. Let me root for the Lakers. And as you said, I got so lucky when my friend today, who I tapped for some NBA sports betting advice, my week 2 strategy is phone a friend. So I called my NBA guru, and then my fiance, I was like, okay, listen, what am I betting in the EPL? So I tapped all of my resources to get the inside track. And anyway, my friend John DeWalt with the Lakers Knicks thing was like, oh my God, that's so tough. And so today, because he knew that I bet the Lakers, he's like, oh my God, you got so lucky. LeBron is playing. You stand a shot. They're a trash team, but you might pull it out. And waking up this morning, I'm like, shit, I should have bet the Knicks. So now I just feel like I probably got lucky, and I'm hoping that luck comes through with the win.
Well, right now, I'm going to tell you the score in the game.
Tell me.
It's 62-45 for my New York Knicks. So you did get the value on the bet. It's just they haven't woken up yet. Oh my God. Well, Anthony Davis just had a massive monster putback. That being said, my Knicks, my beloved Knicks, love to throw leads away. So I wouldn't count yourself out. And if the Lakers do manage to win it, I think your bet is incredibly safe because you do have between 1 and 10. So.
Right. Isn't that how sports betting goes? If you do manage to have your bet come through, then what a good day it is for you.
No, but even then, it's just like the Lakers, with LeBron coming back, your bet would have been in jeopardy because people would have thought that the Lakers were going to hammer the Knicks.
Right.
And now that the Knicks are up, your bet is actually even looking better. So,
quick question. Okay. I've never, admittedly, don't tell my other opponents, guys. Don't air this live anywhere. Just kidding. I've never placed an in-game bet. I always bet on things ahead of time. Like, listen, I'm here for you guys to give me free advice right now, because part of this week is that we're placing one in-game bet. Is that supposed to be on the Lakers Knicks game?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So what are I should pull open.
I got you. I can tell you what's on right now.
What am I looking at?
All right. So you could take the Lakers right now plus 8.5 for minus 110. You could take the total over under right now is 227.5. And the money line would be a long shot, would be the Lakers to win at plus 475.
I don't like any of these bets, guys. What if I refuse to bet? What's the default bet? If I refuse to stake my reputation on a bet here,
we give you the biggest dog, which would be Lakers. See, that was the thing about the biggest dog thing with John, was the biggest dog would be Lakers money line at plus 475, right?
Is that what John? What have the other bets?
No, because John was the same way. John was like, "Look, I hate betting basketball. Give me the biggest dog. Just give me the biggest dog."
Oh, really?
I have a couple things to say though quickly before you lock in your first live bet. By the way, I did just get the Lakers about 5 minutes ago plus 11.5 for 30 more. Your bet. No, the reason why your bet looked so valuable was with LeBron coming back. But one of the main things in gambling is we always fade, meaning bet against the team that has their star returning. Just always, almost blindly. If a superstar returns to the lineup after a long absence, we bet against it.
Interesting.
But what? Yeah, that's just if you do that, your ROI will be through the roof. Every time that first game, bet against the team that has their superstar returning. Yeah. But what happened is you got enormous value. Your Lakers, your pregame bet on Lakers to win by 1-10 was the best of any pregame bet. It was the best. Unfortunately, you have the stigma of having the superstar return, which is always seems to hurt in the long run. But value-wise, it was a very smart bet.
Tell me now, after you've sung my praises, thank you. Now tell me what I should do with my in-game bet.
I would take the Lakers plus 8.5 right now. Lakers plus 8.5. I think that's the best bet on the board by far.
Okay. So if a friend was asking me right now what they should bet for an in-game bet, I should tell my friend bet Lakers by 8.5.
8.5, yeah.
Okay.
And I think so. The score is 62-45, and we expect the Knicks to stop shooting the way that they've been, or slow down in their shooting.
And I already have. I mean, that was the tough thing is I started to look at some in-game bets. I'm kind of like, well, it's like I don't want to bet against myself and do something mentally. I'm like, if I'm rooting for Lakers 1-10, then I kind of want my in-game bet to kind of fall in line with. Give my rooting energy all in the same direction. You know what I'm saying?
Now it's 9.5 as we've been talking about it. So
right.
That's helped you.
Should I verbally lock that in or do I need to text one of you guys?
No,
you can verbally lock it in with us.
Okay.
Plus 9.5, minus 115.
Let's do it.
$10.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you can bet more if you want.
No, I want to bet the minimum on this in-game bet. So whatever the minimum for me.
5% of your bankroll.
But I think 5% of my bankroll, isn't that like if I have
I think we still got to figure that out, Jimmy. If she wants to do, let's just do 10. I think we did $10 for Jon Orlando. Let's just do $10 for Tiff as well.
Sure.
Whatever the required minimum is.
There it is. $10 plus 9.5 at minus 10, Jimmy.
Okay, Tiff, I think you should have bet more on this. I think it's a great bet. $10 at Lakers plus 9.5.
I know.
Now you tell my friends that they should have bet more than 10. Listen, it's week 2, Jimmy. It's week 2. If I learned anything from last week, it's like we still have 8 more weeks to go. I just feel a little more comfortable betting. I don't know. The in-game bet feels a little bit like pressure, and I feel a little more comfortable putting my money down on things that I just have done a little more research on and feel a little more comfortable with. So
for sure. And you already have your plan because there's EPL action that you like on Saturday next week. So you already have that one bet that's ready to rock.
No. I think when I realized.
Yeah, but you can make it next week. It can be one of your next week's action. Yeah. So.
Right. Yeah. There actually were a couple EPL games that this coming week. Yeah, I'll sort it out. But there's just too much action, you know?
Well, you've already made me $50, Tiff.
Yeah.
Let's just keep talking about that all season.
That was sent to me already too. It's in the account. And
did you send Tiff for a commission?
No, I didn't. You're right.
I'm not that hard up for my $5 10% of that. Jimmy, what are you gonna spend my $50 on?
I'm just one of the things that has, I've been in a relationship here for going on 13 years.
Wow.
And so now what used to happen is when I would win a big bet, I would always peel something off. But now my bankroll is the priority. My bankroll is very important to our family, and so I don't peel anything off anymore. Generally, my wife wants my bankroll to be big and beautiful because it's a separate account from my family's account. So she wants my bankroll to be enormous. So
are
that
you
I
saying
can
now your wife doesn't think your bankroll is big and beautiful?
No,
she's pretty. Your wife is unsatisfied with your bankroll?
She's tired of my bankroll.
It's small and ugly. Is that what you're saying? You have
No.
It's just 13 years. She could probably just use a new bankroll. It's just been 13 years.
It's strong and veiny, but
a second bankroll. Like, let's get multiple bankrolls in there. That's a lot of action happening.
No, I hope that's not the answer. I hope she doesn't want
new
multiple
accounts.
bankrolls.
Nothing wrong with a couple of new accounts.
We just want
for each hole.
Just the same wrinkled bankroll. I hope that's what she wants. But she's been with me through all the highs and lows and all of the everything. So she now just I make $50 and it's good. Use that to improve our lives.
Cute.
Yeah. So,
what are the bets on anybody else other than my glorious self and Jon Needs Attention Orlando? What are the bets on who else is going to grace you guys with their presence today?
I think Tux is coming. I've got my daughter's in the wings and she's dying to make an appearance. She's actually like caterpillaring over here.
Okay.
So I think there's probably Vegas won't even pay if my daughter's going to show up. So don't take that bet. But I'd say Tuchman right now, he's about 60-40, 60% sure that he's coming in.
All right. And we know Bob's on a different time zone and he has his tail between his legs. So he dare not show his face today because he's probably licking his wounds. And then Bridget, I feel like Bridget's giving you guys a serious cold shoulder. Like
she hates us
now. And I'm not saying I'm the better female in the competition. I'm just saying I've showed up twice now and Bridget hasn't.
That's why we adore you. And that's why you're our favorite. Bob actually has won some bets. It looks like the RJ Barrett over 2.5. So Bob has won his first bet. And because Barrett, I think, has hit 3 threes, and then he's got the Lakers and the over. Well, I don't know if he's going to win that one. I don't know if he's going to win that one.
Has he got the 3 threes from RJ? Yes, he has. By the way, that live bet, it was went down to 7.5, and now it's at 8.5. I still think it was a nice look.
But hang on, wait a second. Tiff got it at 9.5. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying if you wanted it now, like it's
wind the tape back. Wind the tape back. Let's make sure we're all up.
Wind it back.
Let's go to an instant replay. Jimmy, Tiff, we're locking you in at 12.5.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I popped on real quick. I have to go. I'm going somewhere in Hollywood to, I don't know, listen to someone famous play music. I have no clue where I'm going and what I'm doing.
Nice.
But
Kinky Friedman, maybe?
Who that is.
Either do I. My dad, my family lives in LA. I was just down there for the holidays, and he played me the Kinky Friedman concert. It's like an old Texas Jewish musician. He's about 80 now.
I'm probably going to say I think Kinky Friedman is going to play
Kinky.
He's a kink. He's kinky. He's Kinky Friedman.
At my friend's living room right now. All right, guys, send me some run good because I'm your favorite, but I won't tell anyone that the reason that I did well this week was because you guys sent me some run good. I'll just take all the credit for myself.
By the way, Tiffany, we do have a comment from the chat. The chat says Tiffany's door opening behind her without anyone being there. Ghosts.
I love that. That's like maybe the first comment in the chat that someone's like, here's how uninteresting Tiffany is. We're just looking at the door behind her to see what was happening. No. That's actually pretty funny. I have a dog that lets himself come and go. And that's actually that's like kind of an amazing observation. Like, what if I didn't have a dog? And I was just like,
if somebody came in through that back door, well, we'd save you even from here. We've got your back.
Scream situation. Hi guys.
You're the greatest, Tiff. Have a great night in LA. We missed you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, great to have you, Tiff. Have a wonderful weekend and much love.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, now get in here. My daughter is really in the room. Get in here. Okay.
All right, nice.
Nia, do you want to come say hello or what? Come here. No, maybe not. Come here.
Oh, come on. Ella made an appearance last week. Nice.
Say what's up to Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. Okay, this is the game that we're watching, kiddo.
Are you watching the Lakers game, Maya?
Yeah, we got the Lakers back on. Well, it's halftime now, so Nia's gonna do a halftime show. So
nice.
Can you do a dance for us?
I can pinch you.
No, that's not very. Ouch! That's not cool. Nia, we got a bunch of action on this game. Who's gonna win? Your daddy's New York Knicks or the Los Angeles Lakers? Who's gonna win? Good comment. Okay, the best interview in the business. Oh my gosh. My goodness gracious. Yeah, well, we that is a no comment. She's just looking at herself. She's not looking at the camera. She's just looking at herself. That's right.
Well, this is exciting. What an exciting game. Knicks with a 15-point lead. The live spreads at 7.5. The live totals at 232.5. And I've invested heavily on that. I'm even thinking of hitting that again.
How deep are you in right now? You're in for 80?
Well, I have 180 in action on the game so far. I have 6 $30 bets.
Okay.
So I can go in order here. It's not pretty at this point.
Talk me through it.
My first bet was the Lakers plus 130 on the money line.
Okay.
$30. They're offering me $10.62.
The bots.
But that was just, that's one part of the reason why at first I was a little angry about the low $30 bets, but now I'm very thankful for them. The next one was the under 227.5.
That's looking good. No.
The live, I'd have to go with I think it's 232 right now. The live, they're offering me 1870.
Okay.
Then the next $30 bet was at 230.5. They're offering me 222.44.
Yeah, I jumped on that with you. I jumped on that with you as well. The under 230.5. Yeah.
Then I took the under again at 231.5. I think I'm going to hit it again. They offered me 24.93. Then then I started going on the Lakers. So then I got the Lakers plus 4.5. Obviously terrible at this point. But then I got the Lakers plus 11.5.
That's beautiful.
So we'll see. I think so. I think that's the best bet that's being made live here.
Jimmy, can I give you an update over here?
Yes.
We got not 1 tick, not 2 ticks, but 3 ticks. So thank you to you, because you said to hang on and to stay the course. Yeah. And because of you, that cash. So 20 into 120. So nothing too big, but it's still nice to have a winner out there.
Yeah, they offered you 88. They offered you 88. So it was all I did was help for $32, but that helps. That helps.
Are you kidding me? I'm in the ice box right now. So to cash anything feels good.
It's the first live bet winner, and you got to cash it with your daughter on the screen. So, I mean, that's all glorious. I respect that.
And now she's going to ask for like a new Nintendo game or something.
She deserves a cut. She deserves a cut of the first live winner. Of course she does. Of course she does.
So, yeah, it's funny. We've got our kids come in and play. That's a beautiful thing. But I believe, we still have tons of action on this game. There's, we still got tons of action, and our players have a ton of action as well. The bettors out. Yeah.
Viper, by the way, Viper in the chat says to me, he says, you deserve to lose, Jimmy, if you bet the Lakers.
Oh.
So there we go.
I'd like to say what's up to Jose. What's going on, Jose? Tiffany's door. That was pretty funny.
That was very funny. That was very, very funny. Viper has captained me for a long time. And, we call when two bad teams play each other, we call it a bum fight.
Okay.
Bum fight.
Yeah, I remember.
And a lot of very sharp cappers will not bet a bum fight. But for me, when I see a bum fight, I get very excited and I try to make money.
Yep.
And that's what I do. And then I get made fun of from it. If there's two terrible teams playing, I'm sitting there like very, very excited to see if I can cash. But let's go over. So the only spot though they're offering me more money of 6 bets. I got one bet. They're offering me $6.45 over my bet.
Love the bots. Love those bots. Just once I want to tip.
I should plug this in. I want to also say that I think that this under is now. I'd like to go over the pace numbers again of these teams over the last little while, but I think this under is live. So right now, live, they're offering the total at 232.5. What do you think Vogel's halftime speech is to the squad? It has to be tighten everything up defensively.
Nia says goodbye. She's getting yelled at from mom.
It's sweet to have Nia on the show.
Yeah.
Sweet to have Nia on the show. So I think I'd love to hear everybody in the chat. And Vipe says I just need the Bucks to win, and he cashes a monster parlay. The Bucks game just started; they're -600 favorites. So
over the Blazers, right? That's the Bucks and Blazers.
Yeah. Vipe says I like the live under. I think I should hit it one more time. We're going with $30 increments. It's nothing, and so it would be my 7th bet. I think I hit it one more time, and then I kind of slow down. I think the opportunity to cash in live bets is a first half thing more than anything else. Like I'd be pretty comfortable sitting back and watching it all bang out here. So I'm going to do it. Let's go over everybody's action, but let me get in one more time.
Hey, hang on. I got one more thing to bring you, Jimmy. I got one more thing to bring you.
Sure.
So I told you that I had 2 bet builders, 2 same game parlays. Right now, I put down another 10 just for fun. I had Julius Randle over 18.5. That's a green tick. I had RJ Barrett over 19.5, also a green tick. I've got Malik Monk under 17.5, yet to be determined, and Evan Fournier over 14.5. 10 turns into 150. I cash right now, it's 92. I'm up 220 on the day. Should I just take that one? Or do you want to go under the hood and see what everybody's working with right now?
I'm going to have to pull up the box score, and we're going to have to do this one more time. So I've got the box score up in front of me. You're going to have to hit me with that one more time.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I've got a green tick for Julius Randle over 18.5. I have a green tick for RJ Barrett over 19.5. I've got Malik Monk under 17.5 and Evan Fournier over 14.5. I bet 10 turning into 150. The bots, I want to break a bot's neck tonight. The bots are offering me $92.86. Do I make the bots sweat and steal some oil from them, or do I just cash 92 to be up essentially 220 on the night?
Well, let's break it down to what you're most worried about.
Okay.
So what you're most worried about at this point, it's such a strong bet that it's just Fournier going ice cold in the second half. Is that the one thing you're worried about?
Well, wait a second. I'm seeing that Fournier needs another 5, and then or Monk heats up. Monk.
Well,
is
that's
sitting...
easy, because if Monk hits an early 3 or something, you can cash out. Like that. That's a controlled situation. So the idea is, if the Lakers start rolling in the beginning of the third, then you could be in trouble.
I'm cashing it. I'm going to leave. Yeah, I'm going to leave $58 on the table and take 92. What?
I don't know if I know. I personally, no, I always lean towards that they want you to cash out. And obviously I made the mistake in the Avalanche Bruins game, a week and a half ago, but I think you're in great shape. Absolutely great shape. You've already cashed a nice big juicy bet. I don't see why at this point, when you're already in the black, that you would give, and your pregame bets have been so sharp and so strong, that you would give the bots anything back. Those bots,
they don't deserve
again, I have to edit myself to keep it clean here, but those bots,
I know.
I'm at a loss for words, because all the words I would say would be horrifying about the bots. I don't cash that out. Those are the only 2 spots left, is Fournier and Monk.
Yeah.
No. That's $60 that's going to come to you, and we can keep an eye on all of it. We can keep an eye on it. It's the first 6 minutes of the second half is extremely important.
I agree. All right. Well, listen, you did me well on the first one when I was, wondering, what to do. So, again,
let's get the chat to come in and see.
Okay. Let's get this chat in.
Viper says the only issue is if Evan don't get no run. That's what Vipe's saying. So that's the issue. We want to see Fournier on the floor and Fournier comfortable. So, you have Burks and Quickly and Grimes in the wing. So I think he's right. That's the only issue. We got Cole Harbor, boat rentals is horned, ready.
That's Wes Swanson. That's the Dawn right there.
Of course. I love the man. We traveled across the country together when we graduated high school. That's
Oh my gosh. Hang on. I'm Play USA somehow all of a sudden, and I just wrote So Horned. Can you delete that? I don't think that's what Play USA wants to be saying. I don't know why I'm controlling theirs. I'm so sorry, Play USA. I don't think you're horny to see the dawn, but
I can't block that.
Oh no.
I don't. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know how you became Play USA, but
I don't know how can you see it? Can you see Play USA is they're so horny.
Play USA. You guys are both horny. You know, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, it's I haven't seen him for a little while.
Sure.
It's a beautiful thing. So.
All right, so I've got 7 bets now at 30 a pop live. I'm pretty excited. This is going to be a very exciting second half. Let's get that cash. But everybody should come in and say, there's obviously we need Fournier on the floor, and we need Monk to struggle. So if Monk hits an early 3, simple cash out.
Okay, that's what we're doing. Don, I've got a nice little bet on. Jimmy and I have got action all over this thing. I've already hit a 3 prop build a bet, and now I've got 4. But it's the third and fourth leg is Fournier. I think I need Fournier with another 5, and I gotta hold Malik Monk. So we were just debating whether to take it or whether to leave it. Jimmy, did you punch the under again in game at 231.5?
232.5. Yeah, I just punched it again. So it's my fourth shot at it. So
well, you know what? I hate when you ride alone. I always think I just want to be in the side cart. I know it's not a sexy look, but I think it's better than like if I'm doubling you with my arms around your waist, which I know it would feel like heaven, but you know what? I'm going to come along as well. I'm just going to hit it with a little twink, just a little twink.
I like it. Well, your pre-game action has been spectacular.
Thank you.
So far, so much respect. I look forward to watch that continue as we go. Let's do a quick review of all of the best bettors action here in this game. Jon Orlando, who hates betting basketball, took the Knicks plus 2.5, and I wish he bet more than the $10 that he put on it. Bob is on the Lakers and the over 214.5. The over is going to cash. So that was a nice look.
Oh, wait a second. Hey, Jimmy, wait a second. We got a gentleman knocking at the door. We have a champion in the building.
Ooh, yes, we do. The leader in best better.
Get that man in here. We need this man in this chat right now.
And it's also my first opportunity to share the screen with him. I'm very excited about this. Please welcome to the show our leader in best better, David Tuchman in the house. Tuck, what's happening, man?
Hey, guys. What's going on? How are you, Jimmy? Hey, nice to meet you, by the way, Jim.
Finally. Yeah, finally. It's nice to share the screen with you, my man.
I'm a little disappointed. I can't get the Laker game on. I live in Los Angeles, and I don't know. I subscribe to 19 different streaming channels, and I can't get the Laker game on. So I don't know. What are they? They're down by 15 halftime?
They are down. You got it. Well, 71-56. Yeah, you got it. You got it right on the button. And you, what do we have? What do you got going on here?
The biggest pregame bet of all of them was Tuck's $150 wager on the Lakers money line at -130.
And Tuck, you must have loved seeing LeBron coming back for that bet. My goodness.
I mean, honestly, I thought it was. I liked the price, and we got it in. We got it at a pretty good number. I mean, I think the line. What did they tip off was like -145, 143 or something like that.
It had to be more than that after the
the line moved significantly. It went like just for context, I think it was plus 2.5. Pardon me, -2.5 at the beginning. By the time tip off, -2, it went to -8.5 at tip off because of LeBron starting.
No, just 5. It's still just 5. It's still 5.
-5. I thought I saw -8. No.
Yeah. So I mean, listen. I mean, it's going to happen sometimes. I mean, we still got a whole another half. They're at home. I'm not giving up. I'm going into this game playing with house money anyway. We're 3-0 today.
Yeah. The Duke call -3. They win by what, 20?
That's Coach K's last year. They weren't losing that game. I had Mercer +11. I thought that was good. And Texas Tech, I want to say -4.5. We won there.
Yeah.
So we're 3-0.
So, Tux, you know that this week Jimmy and I had a bet. Last week I lost. Jimmy chose Tiffany Michelle, and I put money on Jon Orlando. I lost. This week, Jimmy trying to get into my head. He takes Jon Orlando. He leaves a gaping wide open spot for me to put some money on you. So I know right now that I don't think Jon Orlando is going to come across. So where do you want me to ship it? Because I'd like to break you off with a little piece of money. So you tell me.
I take all my winnings in whiskey and beer.
Oh,
I respect
a man after my own heart. All right. Well,
all my winnings in whiskey and beer. If I can help you out, that's good to know. What is, let's see, Jon Orlando's picks. So what does he got?
We'll go. He's got UFC heavy. Let me just, before we do jump into that, let me also say though, Tuck, after I saw the average line of your competitors, 21-1, 11-1. The lowest average line that you're facing was Bridget, I believe, 224-1. I said that Tuchman's going to win this contest because
I don't know what the other guys are thinking. I get, like, week 4, week 5, week 7. If you're really in the hole, you gotta go for some home runs. I understand that, but right out of the gate, it's about preserving capital and just pick up some easy wins here and there. I mean, I didn't have a particularly good week last week. I was pretty happy. We lost the Kings game. I had the LA Kings at like -141. Puck drop, it was like -177. So I was happy we were on the right side. It just didn't work out.
It's funny, that game, because I had a bad Friday and I was sort of reaching, but I faded both of the California teams playing those early time slots.
Right.
And I took Philly, and I know they had at that point we had lost 13 in a row, but I made the mistake because I had the bad Friday. And this mistake, our subconscious, where I took both of the dogs on the -1 line, so that I got the Flyers. I got like +260, and I got the Senators. Senators were playing the Ducks half an hour before at like +210. And what a mistake that is. It would have been just a small profit because the Ducks beat the Senators 2-1 and didn't deserve to. Gibson stood on his head, but then the Flyers beat the Kings, and I only got the push because I took it on the -1 line. Very, very, very upsetting.
Yeah, I think we all we all tend to get greedy sometimes. You see that -1.5 line sometimes, like, if the Avalanche are playing Arizona or something like that, you get a little greedy and you want to do it. There's a reason why that number moves so much when you're -1.5 or -1 or whatever it might be. That Kings Flyers game, though, I mean, the Kings were beating everybody, and they've been on a roll, and the Flyers hadn't won a game in 13 and basically had given up on the season. So I was kind of surprised the line was so low. It didn't work out, but we basically broke even last week. Hopefully we can push ahead. But I do think that my competitors, listen, I mean, if one of them hits a home run and gets lucky.
Yeah.
They're gonna give themselves a nice lead, but they're swinging for the fences when they don't need to.
But to your point, like I think by default as well, you can't hide anywhere in this competition if you do get up, because you're forced to put 50% up anyways. Right. So Jimmy said it last week after seeing your bets, just in terms of like a realistic strategy of trying to win this bit by bit. He went last week after seeing the bets. He kind of saw what you were doing and thought, in terms of just straight strategy, trying to win this. You saw people get hammered last week that you're actually betting like smart lines, not taking things that are not putting a lot of money on things that are really big long shots. You're slow and steady. And again, like we keep saying this as well, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And then if you're going to take a shot every week, it feels like, don't take a shot with a big percentage of your stack. So I mean,
I put a couple of fun bets in for tomorrow's NASCAR race. I used to cover NASCAR for Sky Sports way back when. And I do like it. So they're going on a short track tomorrow, and not many of the drivers really have that much experience on a track like that, so it's hard to handicap.
But you've got a +600 and a +1500 out there.
+1600, yeah. Brad Keselowski. So Keselowski is, he's kind of he's a good driver, but he has been notoriously really good on short track. So he's kind of a bit of a long shot for me. But again, you see that I put, I think, $10 and $25, small little bets, if anything, just for fun.
No, but I mean, again, I love that. Jimmy brought it up that last week Bob put 15% of his entire bankroll on a 6-legger, which is, I
mean, if he hit it, the contest was over.
Oh,
but
yes,
they're gambling as if they're up against 1,000 players. That's the thing. I was like,
that's a great example, Jimmy. The way you have to win the millionaire DFS Sunday tournaments.
Yes,
that's completely different than beating 4 competitors.
Thank you.
Yeah, totally, absolutely. And I think the winner of this continually will be the capper that goes on a 10-week run of hitting 60% at the closest to a tiny vig. Be it no more than -110, -105 to -110 will be the winner of this contest. And so you've shown your acumen, and so I'm excited to finally get to share the screen with you and hang with you, Tuck. I look forward to watching you work over these next 10 weeks.
Hey, likewise, man. I'm not gonna lie, this was a tough week for me. NFL and ice hockey are my bread and butter.
Yeah.
So I had to reach out to a couple of buddies and find some college plays. NBA, I don't know a ton about. I know the Lakers obviously have been a disappointment.
Yeah,
but I spoke to a buddy of mine. I thought at home they'd give them a good run, and it looks like they're closing the gap a little bit, right?
Yeah, they're in business. We deal with this in every sport. I always fade a team when their superstar comes back. We didn't know that at 9 a.m. when you had to get bet.
Well, hey, listen. I mean, I think the Lakers at tip-off was probably a bad bet. But, if you can get the Lakers before LeBron's coming back, that's a great bet. Best bet of the year I made, obviously long before this show came out, was back in October. I got some information from a New York Islander writer that –
and that's your team, right? You're an Islanders fan.
I'm an Islander fan, and I have a couple of contacts there. Guy reached out to me and told me that there were a couple of guys who were going to be they had tested positive for COVID.
Oh,
and the team was waiting for a second, confirming test before releasing the information. So I bet heavy on the other team. And then sure enough, the information came out, line moved, and,
Tuck, we got to get you in because Jimmy and I are both, unfortunately, Canucks fans. So I'm old enough to remember the run where we got swept. I mean, barely remember, but it still hurts. We've lost to both New York teams, but we'd love to. We're going to be doing an NHL watch party, so it'll be great to chop.
I'll watch that whole game with you guys.
Okay,
I'll be here the entire. I honestly, I would have watched this game. I'm frustrated I can't watch it. I put on YouTube TV that I'm stealing from a buddy of mine.
Tuck, my man B-Ball, he's out of San Diego. My family's in LA, so we're gonna have a lot of California cappers hanging out in our chat as we move along. And he's got a couple ideas for you here in the chat. Also, by the way, I don't know if this is we have a new nickname for you from a Vancouver capper. We have Tuckleberry Finn.
Oh, Tuckleberry.
I like it. I like it. I've heard. My last name rhymes with a few other things. So
right.
I've heard worse.
Yeah, Tuckleberry Finn. This comes from an English literature.
I like my wife's gonna. My wife will approve. She's a literacy teacher, so
she'll love Tuckleberry Finn. Tuckleberry Finn.
You're like, wow, the Lakers are on a tear here, huh?
NHL's my bread and butter too, Tuck. I spend most of my time capping NHL. I'm sorry that I'm having a tough year, sadly.
It's been a tough year, COVID and stuff. So are you guys from Vancouver, both of you?
Yeah, I'm from Vancouver,
but I don't live there anymore. Kip still lives there.
I will tell you, wholeheartedly, one of my favorite players ever in my entire life to watch, and I've been playing hockey, coaching hockey my whole life. Is Bure. I mean, is there, in terms of just pure entertainment? I mean, he wasn't the best player to ever play the game, but he might be, top 3 entertaining players.
In Vancouver, if you're talking about Canucks fans and you talk about favorite Canucks of all time, it's just one of those things. It's like Bulls players with Jordan. No, it's not even fun to have.
No way, man.
It's not even fun to have.
I don't agree with
the
that conversation. At all, Kip.
You don't think so? Everybody loves Bure.
Yeah, they love, but I mean, Trevor Linden comes up more than him. Come on. I mean, I take Stan Smeel and Harold Snepps over him. Look, I love Yeah, for sure.
What do you guys think's wrong with the team now?
With the Canucks?
Yeah.
We had to get rid of Benning. Benning had no respect for size. We have all these tiny little bit, and then we had
5-point game, by the way, boys. Sorry.
I see. Yeah, should I put a live bet in now?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, you might. Things have changed drastically.
I know. I honestly thought about doing it at halftime, and I was like, you and I were chatting. I was like, oh man, now what I can do?
I got plus 11.5. Lakers are now plus 1.5. We just got Tiff. We got Tiff to get on the Lakers plus 9.5. They're plus 1.5 right now.
And also, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm looking at plus 1 and plus 100 plus minus 110.
And so Monk has scored how many points?
I'm done. That bet's just about done. Okay.
Can you pull it out?
Well, it's like $15 to pull out now. I'm not going to do that. Tux. So right now the Lakers are minus 140. The over under is 234, and spread is minus 1.5 at. So if you want to be,
I should have jumped on. Honestly, I saw it at halftime when I just came on with you guys, and I saw like plus 350 for the Lakers to win.
Wait, why don't you just wait? Like right now, it's close. I think there'll be another run at some point. I mean, you can wait and just shoot me a text message, and I'll hold.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Right now, the Lakers are actually minus 2.5.
Like you got the Lakers at minus 2.5. I'm still seeing them at minus 1.5. Jimmy, you got 2.5 over on your end now.
I got 1.5. I can't believe I cost you $90 there, Kip.
Okay, brother. You made me money on the other one, so you know.
No, I only made you $32. The idea was we had to keep an eye on Monk, and I feel bad.
That's okay. That's okay. No, and then so you've got NASCAR tomorrow. That's exciting, man. I love that. It was fun last week. Tiffany Michelle had somebody going in the golf tournament, so those are fun. And she was pretty conservative as well, but that's a big score. Orlando, John does have. He's got a pretty interesting bet alive right now. He's got a 5-legger, Jimmy, and he's got 2 out of the 5. And
does he?
Yeah, he thinks, and he also thinks that the Strickland fight is a lock. He actually talked me into backing that play online as well. But hang on, let me bring up that bet.
So what did he win so far?
Monk's just gone off in the second half. I'm gonna take off for 1 second. I'll be right back, you guys.
Okay, so what has he won? He has won. Let me bring this bet up for a second. Jimmy's bounced. So
he's got the Suns money line. He got the Heat money line.
Okay, there you go. They crushed. I mean, the Bucks are big favorites, and then he's got that Strickland, which he thinks. Okay, there it is. He thinks that the Strickland thing, and then UFC Strickland with Arosa, that's already dead. So it's Strickland Heat.
Which one? Who lost the Witt Arosa?
I think Witt lost that fight. Yeah, I think Witt lost.
Okay, so that's good. So he's already lost the 6er. He's gone, and the 3-leg he's gone. The 5-leg he's still alive.
He's alive.
That's what I was kind of talking about, though. I mean, if you keep firing these parlays, you and I know from a sports betting perspective, you're just burning money.
Yes,
but in a 10-week tournament, if one of your 4 or 5 opponents, one of the competitors does it and gets lucky once, then, they put themselves in a good position. The funny thing is that with John, I think even if he hit that 5-teamer, he'd probably still just be even with me or still down.
Yeah, he is. He's dug himself into quite a hole. Exactly. But the beautiful thing about this, especially in the regular season, you can't be ultra conservative. You still have to put half of your roll out there. So, I mean, the bigger they are, the bigger they fall. You can't hide anywhere in this. You're still in plain sight. Everything is transparent, and you got to go. Also, once we get to the playoffs, there's no governor on. So, if you're really up against it, who's to say you don't have $100 that turns into $1,100 or $1,500. So it's an interesting strategy. I mean, obviously, if Bob Guiney had 14 grand, it would have been hilarious. I mean, it would have been fodder for the entire season.
I mean, if somebody wins that much, then, my strategy, everybody's strategy has to be changed because we're going to have to go for home runs. I think it's interesting also because, Bob's got $400 left.
That's it.
So the max he can bet is 200.
That's it.
So he I still think he can play conservatively. I don't think I'll make the analogy to like the NFL. I feel like coaches make the mistake. They're down 14-0 in the second quarter, and they think, okay, let's abandon the run. it's true. You don't have to abandon the run. You can still play your game style. But if it's week 6 and I'm at 1,600 and Bob's at 300, the big deal is that Bob can only bet 150 a week. And if you can only bet 150 a week, he has to go for long shots because he's got to get the score so he can bet more the following week.
Yeah, now
that's where strategy kind of comes into play, and that's from the start. It's I'll obviously I'll be cocky and I'm confident, but I think from the start that's where I had the edge, where I'm going to understand at what point I need to lock it down, at what point I can play it safe and conservative, at what point I need to take a chance.
Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, I think in week 7 or week 6 there is no I think we're lifting the governor. So you'll be able to bet everything, but that also could mean you could crap out. You know what I mean? Like that,
right.
That's it. You're done. So that will be in effect. But yeah, it's interesting because anything can happen, and it's too hard to preserve. I think it's hard to preserve a great big lead, but Jimmy and I, we've been thinking about this and talking about it forever. And we were pretty blown away that, and he brought it up. It's like, this isn't daily fantasy. This is, against 4 or 5 people. And Tiff, to her credit too, she was conservative. She only put down the minimum. She just didn't happen to hit anything.
Right.
But, like, her betting strategy was good. And now, if you don't bet day in, day out, you really have no appreciation for how difficult it is to win in this.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I obviously was having fun when I made the video with my pig.
Oh, I loved
that.
It. Oh my God.
But
Lady Poppy is an absolute sensation of the internet.
She is. Listen, I'm hoping to make her. I want to make like best better Lady Poppy like t-shirts, sweatshirts.
I'm in. I'll buy it. I'll help you make them. Or at the very least, we should get a GIF. We need to get like a GIF of a dancing Lady Poppy, and we'll give it to the graphics people because she needs to be on this show like week in, week out.
I think it would be great. I can even have her like on a tough week. I can even have her pick a game for me. When I looked at the picks last week, I thought Bridget and Tiffany, I was like, okay, if they hit, that's good. Jon and Bob's picks were just kind of like, wow, okay. It just seemed really kind of odd. Like you said, betting 150 on putting 15% of your bankroll on a 16 parlay. That's like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I was joking, by the way. Tiffany put a tweet out right before the competition started, and she said, hey, does anybody have any advice for me? And I joked around with her, and I said, hey, well, listen, all the smart people out there, take their 6 or 7 favorite bets and just parlay them. I made the joke, and I guess Bob saw it and was like, yeah, okay. That's good advice, Tuck. I'll take it. I was like, what are you doing?
Man.
Lakers are up, by the way.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Lakers are up. They've outscored them 26-10 in the third.
The third is the Achilles heel of this Knicks team. Unfortunately, Bob, I'm a Knicks fan. And
I'm a Knicks fan.
Sorry, Talks. I just called you Bob. But unfortunately for me, I'm feeling like Bob. I'm a Knicks fan. So, but the third quarter this year, they have probably been outscored, shellacked in 85% of their games. I don't know how the wheels fall off after the half. It's got to be the exact same thing, but they just get stomped coming into the third quarter. So yeah, Lakers are on top, Jimmy. They're up by 1.
Yeah, I got Lake. These are just $30 a pop. These live bets, Tuck. Nothing big. My unit size 150 for an NBA game, so I didn't. And I was so excited about this opportunity to live bet with all these cappers working together. But I have the Lakers money line plus 130 live, Lakers plus 4.5, and Lakers plus 11.5. The problem is that I was hammering this under. Now LeBron's
is the under looking pretty bad?
It was. So it opened at 214. It went up to 216. But that was the thing when
live is at 232.5.
Yeah, but I've got it at 231.5, 230.5. So hopefully it will get a slow third and fourth. But it was the way you handled the Cam Akers prop. That's when I said it on the show to Kip. I was like, that's how I said, I think that Tuchman will win this contest because that was at, 55.5, 56.5. It started getting pounded, right? 57.5, 58.5. And I was surprised. And I saw some cappers whom I love and respect take the over in Akers. And I didn't realize, like, I thought Darrell Henderson might get a few snaps, and we knew that Tiffany Michelle would take some, but and then it got.
I mean, the fear is that the fear is that their team's philosophy is they generally go with one running back. But when I looked at it was Cam Akers had come back from an Achilles heel injury. First of all, betting under on players is generally the way to go because so many things can happen. The 2 to 5% chance their player gets a concussion, gets injured during the game, and then suddenly he's out. I mean, Cam Akers actually injured his shoulder. He did come back in, but I was like, oh, cool, lock it up. That's going to happen, say, 3 to 5% of the time. So there's a little built in right there. But I just thought, I mean, Cam Akers had been ridiculously ineffective going into the last couple of games. Versus Tampa Bay, he was the only reason that the Rams almost lost. I mean, 2 fumbles. He had 48 yards on 24 carries. I mean, this is just not. So I thought the numbers were pretty strange, especially against the San Fran team that can stop the run. I'll give away one of my picks right now.
Love it.
And if somebody's smart enough to copy me, they will. Cam Akers under rushing yards again in the Super Bowl. Have you looked at that line? By the way, I've already bet my personal money on it. I got it. I've already bet my personal money on under 64 rushing yards.
It wasn't the fact that the angles behind it, which are extremely important. It was the fact that you waited till it got up to 61.5.
Right.
Because it had gone up from 56.5. If they're going to give you 5 yards on any player prop, except for obviously like quarterback passing yards or something like that, but on like a rushing or receiving passing prop, they're going to give you 5 yards, which is what you basically got waiting until 61.5. Then you're going to cash, 58, 60% of the time, I think, 62% of the time. So it was
I think people don't realize, like, honestly. So my sister does this stupid like office pool that she's in, where they've got to make picks against the spread each week, but the spread comes out on like Wednesday, but she can put her picks in the morning of. So I basically taught her. I said, just look where the spread is different. The closing spread is different than the Wednesday spread, and take the extra wherever it's a half a point or a point in the opposite direction. Take the hook, right? Yeah. And I said, if you do that, I go, listen, nobody is smart enough to beat that. I go, you take the half a point here, half a point there, half a point here. You're going to do a little bit better than your opponents will over the long run. That's it.
And it is a game of inches. I mean, betting is in anything, blackjack, poker, roulette, whatever. It's a game. It's a game of inches and it's odds.
The perfect example last night in NBA. I was hugely in the beginning of the year on Houston Rockets, whoever they were playing, to take the team total over and to blindly bet it.
Right.
And so the market caught up after, 6 weeks, 2 months. And so we started betting unders, and they were dangerous. With the unders, like, I don't even think my ROI is plus. But the total for that Spurs-Rockets game on Friday night opened at 234.5 and initially went down to 234. So I was like, okay, try. And then it went up to 237 because the public comes in and starts hammering overs. And so, Reeves, brick this. I had a boy. Now you brick it, Monk.
Which game are you watching? Knicks Lakers or?
He's on the Knicks Lakers. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. So then so with the Spurs Rockets, so then it went up to 237, and I was like, could it go up to 237.5? Like, I'm sitting there. So now we're like an hour before tip off. Could it go up to 237.5? I'm sitting there, like just staring at it, and then it goes down to 236.5. I'm like, okay, I gotta go now. I gotta attack now. And there was a meaningless basket scored with 2.6 seconds left to hit 237 on the button, and so I lost $150 because I had under 236.5.
You said 150 is your unit for basketball?
Well, it had been, but I got off to this horrific start in the year. I was down 22.83 units. Horrific, like really causing my family problems at this point, Oh. And then I've gone on a run. I went 41-20 plus 18.83 units to get back to not, So when I cut my unit size to $125, and then when I started winning again, about halfway through, I put it back to 150. But I cut everything 25% across the board, my unit size over the holidays.
Never a bad idea.
I'm not. You have to earn a unit size. You earn that. Here's Fournier.
I mean, listen, I come from a poker background, and I think a lot of poker players they have their ego, and their ego doesn't allow them to play at lower stakes. But you don't realize that sometimes, you're trying to hammer a square peg into a round hole. It doesn't work. You get in your head. You start losing confidence. Sometimes the best thing you can do is step away. And if you can't step away, then, play a little bit lower, build your confidence back up, play against worse competition, get that confidence back up, and then go back in. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's not really any different than, a 19 or 20-year-old kid who gets rushed to the pros too early. And a coach says, you know what? I'm going to send you down to the minors. It's not a long trip. You're going to go down there for 2 weeks. Get your head right, and then come back.
Yeah, absolutely. The great Dennis Garcia is in the chat right now, and the cappers that I get to work with on a daily basis, he's just so strong. And Dennis had been pushing me towards the Raptors to win the Atlantic for, I don't know, a while before I fully understood that this was so live. He's mainly a thoroughbred. Not mainly. He's just he's a gambles on everything. Tuck, do you gamble with the thoroughbreds? Do you hammer the thoroughbreds?
No. Like I said, I'm really
lots of hockey.
I am very, very focused on hockey and football. I'll actually bet baseball too. Baseball is a sport for me because I've got a guy who's just I call him Staten Island Nucci, and my Italian friend from Staten Island who just. He just knows baseball in and out. We hammer totals for the beginning of the season, and then we'll find games in here and there. And he just over the last 4 years, he just wins at an amazing clip. Has nothing to do with me whatsoever, all him. But those are kind of the three sports that I really try to focus my energy on.
Will you? I mean, I know you're not basketball, but does March Madness tickle the fancy at all? Or you?
I'll play with everything.
Okay.
By the way, everybody, just I don't want to, but the live line with the totals now 224.5. Kip.
Wow. Oh wow.
I don't want to get too excited.
We're looking good there. Jimmy and I had action on this game early. I hit a 3-legged parlay, and then I had about 80% of a 4-legged one, and the half looked so good that Jimmy kind of talked me off the edge a little bit. And bless his heart, it was the right thing to do, but it ended up just getting absolutely crushed.
We didn't one of when we're live betting. One of the difficult things here when you're, if we were just live betting together in a room, but we are also doing a show. So one of the keys was if Monk gets hot or if the Lakers start running, we got to cash out. But we're multitasking here.
How often do you guys do that? Let me ask you. So I was on a show called the Green Zone.
Yep.
For a while, which was based in Philadelphia. They would cover the Eagles game. Great guy named Tyrone Johnson was the host of it. And I would come on as their betting expert. So I would come on, before the game. I'd come on at the end of the first quarter, into the first half, and we talk. And, a lot of times I would talk to about, you don't necessarily need to win the bet to make money, and how often do you guys cash out? Because obviously you're taking a small hit when you do cash out, but what's your theory on that?
Well, Jimmy, I'll let you go ahead. I'm a punter. I'm a very casual bettor. I love it, and I know Jimmy makes a living doing this, so I'll defer to him, and I'll tell you how much I do afterwards. But Jimmy, go ahead. It's a great question.
I mean, I use a local, and I've been using him for 15 years, and it's 25% in and out every Friday. Allows me to bet over my tax bracket. It'd be down 2,000, and it's just on Friday you send $500.
Yeah.
So I have now he acts like his odds aren't very good. There's much more competitive odds available, so I think I'm making it's not helping me betting with credit and betting in that situation. There's a lot of books that will give you much better lines. So with the books like that I'm using now with the live betting and all that stuff, I'm getting better lines I don't cash out ever. So, but I'm 25% in and out every Friday for 15 years on one side of the ledger. With everything else, I just want to build. As I said, you have to earn a unit size. you have to create a unit size. My unit size 3 years ago went up in NHL and NFL, even though NFL really shouldn't be with NHL, but it went from 100 to 200, and NBA went from 75 to 150, and MLB went from 75 to 150. And then I had a great NHL season. It's the reason probably why I'm doing this right now. Like I got up 43 units in 2017, and so I started like publicly doing it and doing these shows, and I got up 43 units, and then I didn't end up 43 units. I ended up like the season up like 22, 23. But then the baseball season came, and I had the confidence from the NHL season, and I got publicly destroyed. I got killed. It was embarrassing. And one of the things, Tuck, that I do is like everything is the only lock or the only promise I can give you is that I'll honestly put out my record every day. And I learned from Peter Loshak, a great capper. I kind of looked up to Pistol Pete Loshak, and a lot of us did. And that's what he did. It was all about honesty and transparency. And the baseball season, like I couldn't sleep at night. It wasn't the money I was losing. It was just losing publicly. It was just the.
No, and your reputation, you feel like your reputation's taking a hit or whatever. But I mean, this game is so hard. This game's, the betting racket's so hard.
Yeah, Jimmy, I'll be honest. I mean, listen, I give out picks for Bet Rivers, and I create content for them, and it's entertainment. We try to make it fun. I try to put these fun videos. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna drive out to SoFi Stadium because I'm in LA, and I'll put a little Super Bowl, some Super Bowl prop bets together and everything, and we're gonna have fun with it. Nice. But I'll be honest, a lot of those bets that I don't even make sometimes, but I'm just trying to, hey, listen, you guys want to bet on the coin to like. I genuinely, I want to win for the people that I give the picks to, I don't sell my picks. I don't do anything like that. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm smart, I'm a pro or anything like that. I get it. I understand how it does. I mean, I've been on both sides. I've been a book. So,
I love that story too. I love the story of you guys being, Tux ran a book in high school and they got shut down, but they were both up like massively.
Of course. I mean, I know what side you want to be on, it's not, but it's fun if you can do well and especially if you can do well for your your followers. Like the other day I hit a 2-team parlay in the NHL and I had 2 dogs. I was on Ottawa to beat Edmonton and I was on Vancouver to beat Chicago. I don't know how Chicago was favored in that game. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It felt like a trap game so much, but I don't care. Chicago's terrible.
Yeah, it was that 3-1 game. It was the first of a back-to-back for the Nucks. They played Nashville the night after, and
but Vancouver playing pretty well. I mean, Vancouver been playing better lately.
Well, as soon as Bruce Boudreau came through and kind of changed the culture, yeah.
But Chicago is just a terrible hockey team. So I just couldn't believe. I was like, okay, so I was on Vancouver and I was on Ottawa, and we hit that parlay. And the best thing was I got like 4, 5, 6 tweets from people going, Tuck cashed it, nailed it, awesome. I'm like, yeah, cool. I hope I made somebody a little bit of money.
That's the best thing, and that's why I'm always so reticent about sharing action. I hate losing people money more than even losing myself. I bet with my eldest brother quite a bit, and if I'm ever hot on something, I always feel horrible. But Tuck, I cashed out of the Bills Chiefs game a couple weeks ago. Okay. I had the Bills all over the place. I had them with the plus, I had them on the money line, and then I had them in game. And even when they went up before 17 seconds, when Mahomes came back, I'd had enough. I'd had enough, and they were offering me about 92% of it, and I got out of it. Yeah. And it's one of those times where you remember and you celebrate the success stories, but I probably will cash a bet or get out of a bet 40% of the time. Or there's even times where, I'll take the money early and then I'll redistribute it on the other side. Yeah.
I've done that. I've done that on futures sometimes. I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, I had the Islanders to win the Stanley Cup, not because I thought they'd win the Stanley Cup, but I thought they would overachieve. Mm-hmm. And then, once they did overachieve, I can hedge the other side and certainly cash out. I mean, people did that a few years ago when they made just a token fun bet on the Vegas Golden Knights to win the Stanley Cup. Yeah. If you were smart, when you got to the finals, you definitely hedged when they played the Capitals and lost. Yeah. Dennis Garcia, by the way, in the chat, he says, Thanks, man. He says, I like this David guy. Tell him to keep talking about how great Vancouver is playing.
I mean, listen, for real.
I don't think Vancouver's a good hockey team by any stretch. I mean, but they were definitely, since the coaching change, they have been better. And they're far better than Chicago is. I'll put it that way.
For sure. But Dennis is pretty heavy on the Canucks. He's got Canucks futures. So, he's pretty heavy on the Canucks. Tuck, I'd be interested to hear what I should do with this. I'm not too heavily.
By the way, I just want to throw out one thing because I don't know if I can do this or not. So I'm watching I know I got to put a live bet in tonight. Right now, the over/unders are 223.5. If I'm watching it, if it gets to 227, I want the under.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on it as well.
So I'm watching it. I'm not going to bet a lot because I have no conviction in this bet whatsoever. So I'll throw $25 on it. But I'm going to take the under if it hits 227.
Hang on.
Otherwise, I got to do something else.
We've had people putting $10 on this. If you want to put less, then put less because Tiff went 10.
I'm going to go 4-0 today, so it's fine. I can put 25 on it under.
I love it. Okay, I got 9. I'm still seeing 224.5. Jimmy.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing it yet.
Tuck, I'd like to. By the way, Kip, I couldn't be more excited about my action here with 9:28 left in the fourth.
Yeah,
but. Tuck, what do you think I should do with this? I have the Panthers to win the division at +4. I believe it's Atlantic at +425.
425. Let me see this really quick. So
I think that the Lightning are extremely dangerous. I recently took them to win the cup at +700, and I was surprised that price was available. With Kucherov and Point being hurt, it adds, and they were in long term, so they opened up all the cash opened up a few $1 million for them to add at the deadline because they were on the LITR. I can't hedge the Panthers because I'm too scared that the Leafs could win 10 straight at some point. What do you?
I don't think. Listen. I wouldn't hedge. I wouldn't hedge the Panthers. Listen. Could the Lightning take them over? Of course they could. Could the Maple Leafs take them? Of course they could. My gut tells me that Florida probably wins that division. I think your price. You got a really good price at this point
before the year started.
You got a sick price. I don't even know what's the current price now. Like +175, +140.
The last I checked, and I'd have to check it in, but the last I checked, it was probably a week and a half ago. The Panthers were +145.
Yeah.
The Lightning were +150, and then the Leafs. I don't want to get. I want to say 350, but I can't remember exactly. And
I would not. Florida's for real. They're a good team. If they stay healthy, they're a good team. Now, I happen to think. I think Florida is going to be one of those like amazing regular season teams and then doesn't figure it out in the playoffs and has a disappointment in the playoffs, especially in the East where it's so competitive. But I think this Florida team is legit. I think I think they might be like a year behind where Tampa Bay was so dominant in the regular season, then laid an egg against the Columbus Blue Jackets and then kind of figured it out the next year. And I feel like Florida might be in that kind of mode.
For me,
so
it's all
I would not, I don't even know how you'd hedge it really right now. That would make sense
because the Leafs are too dangerous. But for me, it's Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad, I compared him, and it's to his, or whose chagrin, we can debate that later. But it was because Victor Hedman was so spectacular, and then Ekblad gets drafted first overall, and Rasmus Dahlin is going to have to deal with this. And I think Dahlin's been so good this year. I think he's kept this. I know that Tage Thompson is being like a huge surprise for this Sabres squad, but it's been Rasmus Dahlin that's kept this whole franchise afloat this year. And Granado's done such a great job coaching. I'm impressed with both Dahlin and Granado enormously, and Tage Thompson for that matter. But I compared Ekblad to Hedman, and so I was so disappointed in Ekblad. And this year, if he's not nominated for the Norris, it's a mistake. He's been unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Hedman's definitely taken a step back too. The NHL is no different than other leagues.
I think Hedman's still being incredible. You don't? I think
he's still incredible, but I don't put him. I want to say it was last year, the year before that. He was okay. Last year even. He's okay. He had okay for him. By the way, it's still amazing. Okay, he's just a behemoth of a man. He's like, he's huge. He can move the puck. He can skate. I just think the NHL is very similar to other sports where somebody makes a name for themselves, and 3 or 4 years later, we still think they're that player they were 3-4 years ago, and they're not anymore. They've lost a step.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I like Ekblad is a fantastic player,
But
and his loss last year was I think huge.
Huge, but I overdid that. By the way, Tuck, I thought they were done when they lost Ekblad, and I started fading them night in, night out. One of my highest ROIs is when a team loses 2 of their top 4 defensemen, and it was a mistake. And I look back at it now and understand it more. They lost Ekblad, and I started fading them nonstop, and they were still a good hockey team, and it cost me money. How
about this bet here? Can I post a bet in the chat? Can I get in the chat or no?
Sure.
Because I just saw your friend Dennis here. It's looking for a Rookie of the Year pick, which is the Calder Trophy in hockey.
Yep.
I want to show you. We're talking about receipts. How's this one? How do I post it?
Can you put it in Are you on the YouTube channel?
No, I'm in your this Riverside thing.
Oh yeah, you can. I don't know if you can put it in the chat.
Hang on, Tuck. I'm gonna email you the YouTube link right now. Just a second, and then you can.
I can tell you. So I pride myself on the NHL. Like hockey's like I said, my bread and butter. So last year I backed up the truck on Kiprusoff to win the Calder. Everybody was on Shesterkin. Everybody was on Lafreniere. And I was like, I go, people aren't realizing Kiprusoff is like, I go, this is a grown man. He's 23 years old. I go, and he's coming to the NHL. I go, compared against 18-year-olds, I go, there's no thing. This year, I backed up the truck on Trevor Zegras.
Oh, wow.
And the best thing was, so I had a lot on him at plus 450. And then when he got off to the slow start and Lucas Raymond got off to a great start, Zegras went up to as high as plus 700. Putting even more on that. But I have some on Raymond to win the Calder. I have some on Moritz Seider, who's a defenseman, stand-up defenseman in Detroit, to win it. And then I have tons on Zegras. Those are my 3.
His stock couldn't be any higher after that goal last night.
Dude, he's just first of all, he's an amazing hockey player. But I thought I watched him play World Juniors. He was the 9th overall pick a couple of years ago. I watched him at the World Juniors. He captained the U.S. team and was just on another planet, And then he comes in last year, and then the reason I liked him was similar to Kiprusoff was he had 20 games of experience last year. That makes him still eligible to win the Rookie of the Year. He's still technically a rookie, but he had all that experience. And I don't think people realize how invaluable that experience is.
It's true.
Kaprizov got that enormous contract from Bill Guerin after 50 games. And there was a lot of question marks around it because Hughes got the same contract and he's got the shoulder issues that Kaprizov doesn't have because Kaprizov is a man, like you mentioned. And Kaprizov stepping up this year. I've got Zuccarello in the hockey pool, but it's like just with high school. It's not a lot.
Yeah,
of
it's fun. Like fantasy, you mean?
With the buddies. But this Wild team is so tough. It's so tough, and it's great. Tuck, we're all gonna cap together more and more as we get to know each other. But Dennis Garcia in the chat is such a great capper. He's got me on so many great looks, and he loves the futures market as well. And when Zegras had his COVID issues, I got a little concerned because I was in LA at the time. It was we're talking like day 9, day 10, because this Ducks team is really strong. I have a friend who has the Ducks at 150 to 1 to win the division.
To win the division?
Yeah, 150 to 1 before the year started.
That's crazy to win the division. That would be a good price to win a cup, to be honest. For sure. I mean, that division's, what do they even have in that division?
Nobody. It's because the Knights.
They got the Golden Knights, and then it's wide open. So if the Golden Knights get a couple of injuries, then what?
I also want to go back to the money I could make tonight here quickly, and I don't mean to. Now, Kip.
Yeah.
Obviously, I screwed you over $92 here earlier.
It's okay,
but it's because I've tried to study.
I'm not going to get this
as
total,
much as possible.
No, it keeps going down, Tuck.
Yeah.
But I do believe that they want us to cash out.
Right now, they're offering. Yeah, I may as well cash out. I'm at 92%.
But I'm at that for a ton of these bets now.
Well, why don't we just make some money?
Because I want to sweep the board like a man.
And I know you want to punish the bots too. I mean, there's nothing sweeter than making the bots bleed.
But I'm very interested in this opportunity to live bet with you weekly here, because we're on two different sides where you're taking the guaranteed money, which is something I respect enormously. But here, so we're on a commercial break, right? Everyone's on a commercial break. So so my first bet, Lakers plus 130. They're offering me 53 to 69. It probably makes sense. I don't know. Then I have the under 227.
Okay, we're going to jump on this.
Oh, let's hear it. We got a live bet. That takes priority.
Let's go. What do you got?
I just went. I literally did it, and it goes down.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird. So okay, so on FanDuel,
yeah,
the total's 221.5, and on Bet Rivers it's a 222.5.
I got 222.5 over here.
Yeah, we got 222.5, but it's juiced to the over. So that means that 221.5 is live right now. If you want to lock that in before, give that to your minus 110. But you should take the 222.5. Oh, it just
moved. It moved.
Oh, but it's up to 223.5. But now it's heavily juiced to the under. It moves so fast, Tuck. It's
just give me what's the 223.5? What's the juice? Just give me
minus 130 right now. It's crazy.
Wow, that is a.
We could wait a second. We could wait a second. The juice will come down.
Only, like I said, the money's insignificant. It's just I want to win. I like winning.
And
yeah,
also,
I like too.
The money is significant for me, but I also want to sweep the board, Kip, on our first. Could that be? I don't know if that's
So who are your picks? Who do you have NHL wise? Who do you have to win the Stanley Cup? You have money on Lightning. You have money on the Florida. Who else?
No, I don't have money on Florida to win the Cup. Just to win the division.
Just Lightning. Okay.
I don't believe. No,
you know what the craziest bet? Before the season was
Avalanche.
Carolina was plus 2,200.
Yeah, but I still, I love Rod Brindamore so much, but I still, if that team plays the Lightning, I mean, I'm not. But I know even getting out of their own division, they're probably the strongest team in their division. I shouldn't say probably. I'd love to see them play Pittsburgh in a series. We'll see who the crossover is.
I don't think people realize just how good Carolina is.
The
analytics guys love them. They're a really, really solid team. I mean, they just. If Freddie Anderson holds up in goal, which is the big if he holds up in goal, this team just doesn't have any weaknesses.
No, they don't. Because Tony DeAngelo is being just a huge monster addition for them.
They needed a power play guy. They lost Dougie Hamilton, and they needed a power play guy, so they brought in Tony DeAngelo.
DeAngelo for nothing. I had not heavy, but like legitimate futures on the Hurricanes and the Panthers the last 3 years. Not at really big odds. And then
a quick update. Jon Orlando, Sacramento is up by 6 in the second, and so's Milwaukee. His 5-legger is alive and well.
Okay. How's everybody else doing? What about Bridget's? I know Bridget had a parlay in there as well.
Okay, hang on.
Let's bring up. No, I'll bring up Bridget's action right here. Here we go. Okay. Oh, sorry, that's Bob Guiney. Sorry, here's Bridget's action right there. So the Knicks money line, the under is just toast. So that one's gone. The Suns covered. It got close at the end. What was the final score in the Suns?
Hang on, I got you. The Suns won by 15. She won that.
Okay, so she cashed the Suns.
Hang on, just for the record, she only bet 20, so she won. Yeah, she won 18. She just doubled her money there.
Mm-hmm. So the big one is that 3-leg parlay.
Vanderbilt win? Did Vandy win?
I don't know, but Duke took care of business, as we know, because you had them tucked. We need Miami money line and Vanderbilt money line.
Miami won, right?
Miami straight up won. I believe they did, but I'd have to double check that to say that. And then it's more Vanderbilt. If Vandy took care of business, and all of a sudden we have this huge casher.
Wait a second. And
I don't know what she bet on it though. What'd she bet on that one?
Bring that back up, Jimmy. Can you bring that back up?
Sure. Sorry, I keep getting caught up with my own action. Vandy won?
Vandy won. Vandy beat LSU 75-66. Huge win there. That was Vandy won by 9. And so is that the Miami Heat, I assume?
Hurricanes.
Oh, Hurricane. Did they win? I don't even know.
Hang on. I'm trying to find it. So hang on. So you can confirm that we know that Duke won -3. Vandy won.
Vanderbilt won.
Now we're just looking for Miami.
And it would be the biggest win in Bettor history.
Well, what did she bet though? I saw it's plus 956. What was her wager?
$50. Cash 528.
That's huge.
That could be big. We need, yeah.
I don't know if Miami won or not.
We need the Hurricanes scoring.
Miami Hurricanes.
Hang on, Miami Hurricane men's basketball.
They lost.
They lost?
Yeah, 71-58.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What's the final score? What's the final
71-58. I mean, listen,
lost badly. Okay.
She clearly had a couple of dogs in there. I mean, that's why she's getting plus 956.
Yeah.
Give her credit. She hit on one of the dogs. But that's kind of like, to your point, though, bring her thing up again.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Dennis was giving that to us in the chat. I missed that. Sorry, Dan.
Bring her up a thing again. Like, okay, so she hits Vanderbilt. Like, hitting Vandy was a nice hit.
Oh,
like, if she just bets Vandy, bets Vandy, bets Duke, and bets Miami, she's winning money.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree.
You don't need to parlay that.
Knicks down 8, not looking good. Well, looking good for Tux. You've got LA in this one. Yeah, so
I got LA in this one. I'll be 4-0 today if the Lakers hold on.
Oh my god. Do you guys see this live total down to 216.5?
Hang on.
You know, Kip, I'm not sure how I can I don't think I can. Okay, look, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, what are you trying to get even more action in? Are you not
No. I just think it might help for our future.
Okay, hey, listen, we're gonna lock in something here. I'm getting Knicks plus 850 on money line, right?
You're getting Knicks plus. I see plus 725, but plus 850 if you've got that.
I got plus 1,000 right now.
Jimmy, can you lock that? I'm frozen.
Oh yeah, I got it right now.
I've got plus 1225 right now.
Plus 1225. Yeah. Okay, lock it a $10 bet on the Knicks at the money line.
Jimmy, lock it in at plus 1225. I've got
$10
locked in.
We're gonna lock in. Hey, see, this is just conservative. I'm just gonna lock it in. I got the Lakers for 150 to money line. I got the Knicks minus 10.
And Tux, you're riding along with my Knicks, so I'm hoping that New York does not disappoint us for once in my fandom.
No, I don't take it the wrong way. I'm still rooting for the Lakers because I'm trying to think. I got them at plus 1225, so I'm either gonna win 122 or I'm gonna win like 131.
Okay, that's a pretty safe edge. Well, it looks.
I basically took all the gamble out of this one for me now.
So
I'm sorry to be boring, guys.
No,
but I'm 4-0 today.
Good money. We're gonna cap it. Look, I should stop. I should stop this. I should stop talking about how glorious this could be in a second.
This guy Dennis is awesome. The Knicks may be the dumbest bet I've made today, and I've bet 5 curling matches. Hey, Dennis, if it's any consolation, dude, I bet on the NHL All-Star game today. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me?
You took the under, didn't you?
No. But it's like I took Pacific actually for like just a little bit for fun because I was like, it's in Vegas, a bunch of Vegas players. They're not going to let Vegas lose in Vegas, right? And they lost. But what kind of degenerate bets on a friggin' All-Star game?
Well, I was telling Kip about the guys who bet the under in the NBA All-Star game. I remember the guy telling me he had $1,000 on the under in the NBA All-Star game. He's like, last year they broke the record. This total is breaking the record again. And when we watched them lose $1,000, like it was like we almost got kicked out of the bar. Like it was too funny.
I actually wonder, what do you think about the Pro Bowl tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I didn't bet on it because I can't stand to watch it. But I got to imagine is the Pro Bowl under seems intriguing.
Well, let's talk about that in a second. But we're also, I don't mean to, and now I've only made 7 bets at 30 a pop, so it's just 210 in action. But I'm like 3.5 minutes from sweeping the board here, Kip. 7-0 in front of live betting here. I mean,
that's pretty sweet. Nice job.
I've been dreaming about this opportunity to sit here and watch a game together with. This is like kind of, we talk it out together. Like it's all of us, as a group here.
Yeah, good little group, man. I think that we're not the only ones that have made some money. I mean, I know that Dennis lost some money at curling today, and the Knicks, but
he also fades Canada in curling, which is so funny.
Hey, true. By the way, true curling story. So my wife and I, when we were living together, she was a teacher, and it was, I don't know, the Olympics before the Olympics, the last Olympics, whatever it was, and the Russian curling team was just, a smoke show.
Yeah, I believe it.
Okay, do me a favor. Listen, you can thank me later, guys. Google Russian curling female team, and you'll know what I'm talking about. They were just
ridiculous. Should we add foot fetish at the end of that, or just Russian?
No, there's a Russian. It was just this Russian curling team. They were just every single. It was like to get on that team, you had to be just drop dead gorgeous. Anyway, my wife she was shocked. She's like, she knew I liked the Winter Olympics, but she's like, I never knew you like curling so much. I'm watching every single thing.
Jimmy, we got to be able to add pictures like this into the chat somehow.
Yes, and we'll be able to. We'll be able to as we move forward.
We're working on our live stream talks. We're getting there.
I like it. I feel like I'm gonna have a loss for sure, but this was just I think this was the smart hedge.
Oh, absolutely. And it's only $10 and you got it at a huge
Tuck made the biggest bet of the pre-show action, $150.
Bob called me out for making small bets, even though he made a bunch of $20 bets today.
Don't worry.
I'm like, he calls me out for making a bunch of small bets. First of all, that didn't happen. And then second of all, he makes a bunch of $25 bets today. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well, that's all he can
really
he
only
bet,
has $400 left.
Yeah, it's fair. That's unfortunate.
God,
I'm going to go 4-0 today, so I don't know. I'm going to pick up another like
$150. You're actually also going to get the bet middler, so that will be the biggest bet that cashes this week. Is $150. Nice. That's the Rouge Pubed Goddess.
So the way the rule is, it whoever loses the most this week has to sing to me.
Correct.
Or
correct. But hang on. Don't forget Jon Orlando could hit a big.
I think even if he hits this, the parlay, he's still behind me.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, because John's in fourth. Yeah.
Jesus,
I think you're right.
I mean, unless he hits something else, but I don't think he did.
But I do think there's going to be another song sung for you. You might have an album that you're able to put out by the end of this. There's going to be enough songs for you to
full credit to Bob, by the way.
Oh,
that song was quality.
I know.
Come on. Look, the guy, whatever. He's got the voice of an angel, whatever. He's going to end up with $0 week 3. I mean, who cares?
That's fine, but like, did you see that guy's? I mean, that guy sang.
No, yeah, look, he's a good-looking guy with the voice of an angel. Come on, I mean, let's just.
Hey, Jimmy, don't hate just because you and I don't look like him. Let's not hate on him, okay? The guy has some talent.
No, I'm going to hate on him. I'm going to hate on him. He's a very attractive man.
So you just like, you hate Tom Brady then, right? I mean, athletic and he's good looking.
No. I've taught my wife and daughter about who winners are and what winners are. And not that winning is the most important thing, but that man is a winner. So no, I respect winning, and Bob Garcia is not Bob Garcia. Sorry,
Bob Guiney.
Wow.
Bob Guiney's not doing that. I respect winning. Come on. And speaking of winning, I'm going to try to not make this last couple of minutes all about me. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, Kip. I'll tell you that. Because our first live show,
my bets up, by the way?
I'm going to sweep the board. Yeah.
Hey, let's bring Tuck's bets up. Tuck's, as I told you in the email today, we're still kind of learning how to fly the plane while we're in the cockpit here.
No problem.
But we're
going to go. I'm just trying to think of what we're going to win here.
That's
so we're going to be up
91.
Right, up 45, up 47, and then up 135. And then we'll probably lose the $10 with the Knicks hedge. So up 135.
And then racing.
220. Yeah, we're gonna add another $300 to our bankroll this week.
Oh, and wait a second. So race, and you know that I bet on you this week, so you won me some money. That's gonna be beer and whiskey.
Well, you don't. Hey, listen. Somebody else could beat me this week. They just won't catch me overall.
John could cash the parlay, and I could still beat you, Kip. You still owe me 50.
Okay,
but you know what?
That's true. That's true.
You know, Kip, I'll happily accept your $50, but I don't need it after this big. Oh, actually, it's only $210. Look, I'm so excited about having the opportunity to live bet with you guys. Now, next week's different. It's Super Bowl, and like. This
are you guys? Wait, you're not. Are you doing a live show at the Super Bowl?
Yeah, we got to work Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah, we're working, but
I'll do my best. Listen, I'm gonna be at a Super Bowl party, drinking copious amounts of beer and eating some wings.
Yeah,
but I will do my best to call in for like a minute.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be great.
We'd love it, but no pressure either way. I mean, Super Bowl is a national holiday. We're working it, but Jimmy and I know that we're going to be able to squeeze some fun out of it. I'm sure we'll
have a good time. Why not?
A couple sneaky libations and guaranteed some live betting and some action. So we'll get down.
I've got 4 or 5 props in the bag already.
Come on, AD stamp. There we go.
I was actually gonna post the bets this week just to lock in the line, but props don't usually move that much, so I wasn't worried about it.
Yeah, no, you're right. They won't move.
And I didn't want to lock in the bankroll just yet. So
it's funny you mentioned that, and this is probably gonna. I don't even want to think about it because, going 7-0. Obviously, the next week you're gonna struggle. That's the gambler's curse. But I was wondering how much to bet pre-game on the Super Bowl.
Who are you guys on?
Well, Kip hasn't spilled the beans yet. I don't know. I can tell you what I'm on, but
and then my wife made some pasta la vodka, so I got to go eat. But what?
Okay.
Who are you guys on? I'm curious.
Jimmy, go ahead.
I haven't bet anything yet. And I stopped betting. There's a couple of rules I made about 8 months ago. One is I stopped betting player props after 2 years of studying. I have spreadsheets for all my action and studying my ROI. I just cut them out. And since I've cut them out, it's been great. When somebody caps a player prop, it sounds really good. And usually it's on the over. And I know we talked about the under and whatever.
Cam Akers under 64 rushing yards, dude.
I respect it, but I have not bet a player prop now in about 7 or 8 months, and my ROI thanks me. And this is what I do every day, and I need to do what I succeed with, and so I've cut all player props out. And then at this point, I'm thinking of making taking the Bengals plus 4.5 pregame, but with just like $200 or so, and then
you gotta have something on the Super Bowl.
It's not that we're going live. We're going to live when we do. I would like to do what we did tonight. And I thought about it for 4 or 5 days, how I was going to handle the Lakers Knicks gambling game.
Hang on, just for record, this just in, Sean Strickland lost.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So
wait, that was his lock.
That was his lock. He came on here and he locked it down. God, I mean, I still love that guy, but gee whiz.
The love has got to be dwindling a bit.
How did Tiffany do today?
Tiff.
Let's bring up Tiff.
I mean,
Tiff. I got to. I added David's action twice. So let me.
So hang on, Tiff. What's the score in this game right now? She's got the Lakers to win between 1 and 10, so she's actually looking pretty good in this.
She's bet. Live there, okay.
Yeah, that's live. I don't know who's got the ball. There's 1:17 left, so there's time there. So that's one bet. When she came in game, she jumped on the under with us, so she won. She's gonna win on her under bet.
She has Charlotte Hornets money line. She took the Blazers money line.
Oh, so that's over. The Hornets got absolutely mopped.
Yeah, the Heat crushed them.
And then the Blazers right now are down
13.
11. You got them at 13? Okay.
Yeah,
I might be a little bit behind.
It's only second quarter.
Yeah. Tux, get out of here. Go eat dinner. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey guys, brother. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. By the way, I think I'm on the Rams money line, but
yeah,
I'm gonna be heavy on player props. I will not take Jimmy's advice.
I'm gonna play with you on that. Just because. I mean, I'll listen to you guys. I'll ride along. Jon Orlando lost me some money tonight, but.
And I also lost you some money, unfortunately.
You did. It's okay.
Hey, we're gonna talk Monday, okay?
I'm excited about it. Talk.
Quarter after 2. We'll talk to you. All right.
Be well.
There he is, the leader in best bettor, David Tuchman, with a huge week, and I'm gonna have to send you $50. So at least you're getting the $50 back that you sent me. But and I'm trying. Oh well, actually, no. I think I'm
round 5 decision. Oh, so wait a second. Round 5 decision for Strickland. So Strickland did win, but he told me
Strickland won.
Hey, thank you. Hey, that's a good qualifier. Good looking out there, Babs. That's Robert. He came in. Sean did win, but he didn't. It went to a decision. So I lost. I rode along.
You lost. Okay.
But hang on. Wait a second. How did Jon Orlando have that bet?
Oh, he just had him to win.
I'm gonna text Tux and just let him know.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pop this up here. John's picks here. The UFC parlay. Yeah, just Strickland to win. So, but that I don't think that's going to cover.
But not.
He bet 84.25 on it. Okay, it might. It just might. You know, the most important thing here, and you know, I don't know. I've not had this opportunity to do this often, but this is how Jennings won so much money in Jeopardy.
Live betting. You called it.
O'Brien Palmer, respect. Thank you for joining. Hit 2-team Duke, Kentucky. Oh, nice. 643 2K. Look, and I'm only betting $30 a pop here. But
that's a nice hit, O'Brien Palmer. That's a hell of a nice hit. Nice work.
It's much nicer than mine, but still 7-0. Kid.
Look at this. Hang on, the Knicks are back in this. It's a 3-point game.
Okay, we can't have overtime. I'll lose everything. There's Fournier getting here. Wow. How is it a 3-point game? Are you seeing something I'm not? I see 4.
Okay, wait a second. Then maybe you're in front of me then. Sorry. All right, just a second. Allowed now. I'm seeing 3. I'm seeing 111, 108 for the for the Lakers.
You're way ahead of me. Okay. Yeah, 111, 108 with 38 seconds left. I'm like, okay.
I jumped ahead. You seem to be ahead of me. I couldn't wait for you anymore. I mean, I get it. I started running away.
It's all good. I started getting too cocky.
I mean,
I thought I was going to sweep the board. They did nothing. You can't no cash outs anymore.
You can't cash out on your undas?
There's nothing available. They're gonna, but whatever. I'm gonna go. Well, I shouldn't. Let's just watch them. Sorry, I don't want to get too cocky because when we get cocky, things go badly.
Yeah, we got cocky in the Niners game. We both did. Credit to.
I don't know. Did we get cocky? I'd have to look back and watch it.
We were. Yeah, I mean, we were talking. You were talking about middling and. We were talking about Middle Earth for sure for a bit. Yeah,
I should have. I did place a $600 bet with my local on the money line. But I should have. There was so many hedging opportunities. But that's what I'm talking about. Like when Monk went off and the Lakers went off here in the fourth quarter, and we weren't paying attention to that. No, in the third quarter. Sorry, in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, it's because we're multitasking here. And it can affect our action.
No, that's just it. And having a show to run and hosting guests and trying to do our job really ruins like our betting action.
Not necessarily. I think I'm going to be golden here.
I pulled my unders. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't have the heart to tell you.
How long ago?
5 minutes ago. Tux was telling a great story, so I snuck it. I snuck out. I snuck out with about 92% of the bets. And
I have not touched anything. Everything I have is live.
Well, bless your heart. You simply have a bigger pair than I do. Monk going crazy in the third, and the Knicks falling apart in the third really hurt me. Man, this game is far from over. 13.
Oh my God, it's going to go into overtime. I'll lose everything.
Oh my God, it's tied up. There's 8 seconds left.
I'm going to lose everything.
RJ Barrett from the exact same spot.
I see what's happening. I'm way behind.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm caught up a bit, but I'm going to lose everything. All of this, of course. I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose everything. Can you imagine how fast this happens?
It's cruel. It's cruel. It's cruel.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lose the Lakers plus 11.5, Lakers plus 4.5, but all my unders are going to be gone because I do not expect Lakers to hit this. It was my fault for being behind. I don't know. I must have touched a button or something. Oh my God, I cannot believe this. I should have just cashed out all of it. But I guess I don't know. I've got a lot to learn about the live betting thing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I jumped out. Look at Spike. God bless his heart. Love Spike Lee. I jumped out. I got a little bit scared, and then I was gun shy because of leaving that other 4-legger.
Yeah.
But anyhow, who else?
Unbelievable.
What other bets do we have? Our players. Tiff still is looking good with that Lakers between 1 and 10.
That was a great bet.
Yeah, it's an interesting bet. She's not going to win the Blazers. Milwaukee is crushing, and Sacramento's up. Dude, your horse Jon Orlando is likely going to cash that.
Then I'll win the week.
Yeah, you'll win the week again. So
Dennis Garcia agrees with me. I do agree in the long run, Dennis. It's just and looks like I'll take a punch to the stomach here because they're going to give the ball to LeBron. And he's going to brick this. I'm moving the chat out of here so that I'm not going to see because I think you guys are a little ahead of me. Kip, try not to make any kind of. But have they thrown the ball in on your feed?
Yeah, I'm up to speed in the world of sports. I got the memo.
Oh, I'm screwed. It's overtime. What's he doing out there? Why is he throwing these ridiculous threes up? Unfucking believable.
The king.
And I lose fucking everything. Well, I mean, I'm going to cash all my Lakers stuff. I was about to go 7-0. Fuck, of course. Fucking of course. Oh,
tell me the pigeons have at least behaved themselves on the deck this evening.
Yeah, I don't hear the fucking I don't hear the pigeon.
Okay.
Oh my god. Thank God it's just 30 a pop. Why did LeBron just hang out in the periphery like a little bitch? Go into the dirty areas. What, are you going to run back into the three like that? Come on. Who are you? Nobody can do that. Not Kobe, not Michael, nobody. Go into the dirty areas and get the bucket. Stop being a little... Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
Well, I'm going to tell you what's going on. They've taken this money line right now. Knicks $1.30. I don't know if I'm brave enough to do it.
That's a fucking joke, man.
Same game. No. Up to 12. Can't
People,
do it.
I don't care about... I've got the Lakers plus 11.5, 4.5 and money line. I mean, could I go 1-5 now live? Look at Tuchman's $10 bet now. It just hurts when you make the right. Dennis Garcia, who's in the chat right now, he always writes there's so much pain, and he usually hits the end for maybe 20 seconds. This one hurts, man.
B-ball 619. It ain't over, Jimmy. They're at home. That's about all they have.
Yeah, no, I'll get that. I'll get half of oh my god. It's just I just thought it might help our promo moving forward if I went 7-0 live betting. Wow. That hurts, man.
Content couch. All right. Who else? Where's Bob Guiney's money on this game?
I can tell you Bob Guiney's money. But Bob sorry, let me
Bridget lost a lot of money on this game. She had the money line but under 212. So she lost a lot.
Bob has Lakers in the over for a $20 parlay.
This could really hurt. Well, I guess Tuck could be down that 150, but I guess he did a good job of that hedge. That was the price is right on that hedge for sure.
Oh my god.
Nice
Just
rebound.
shocked.
I don't know where you're at. Fournier with a step back. No good. Big rebound by the beast. Davis. Oh my God. He rips it from Julius. How far behind are you? Are you just playing along on a betting site?
I'm a 445, but I don't care anymore.
Well, I'm in the future, and right now there's no scoring in the future. If that's anything for you.
No, it doesn't matter. I was about to go 7-0 on our first live show. Come on, man. You think that would help our promotion? Stupid.
I think we're good. I think we had a pretty solid show.
No, I think I should just leave and let you finish this, man. That's what I think I should do, man.
Well, I got you. If you need a minute, I got you.
No, I don't need a minute. I need several minutes. No, it's okay. $30 bets, 210 in total. I mean, whatever. It's fine.
I know.
But it hurts. It just hurts when you're right.
You were right. But I'm telling you, I'm in the future, Jimmy, and no one's scoring in the future. I'm trying to brighten your day.
No, it doesn't. You're not going to brighten shit. I was right. Are they going to start offering me something? I was right all day long. I was right, and I was right, and I was right. I was right with everything every decision that I made. Oh, they're not offering me nothing, man. Stupid.
Hang on, what did Content Couch say about Forrest? Nottm Forrest. Who's that?
I believe one of the cappers had Forrest on.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that game.
Oh, man, that hurts.
Oh wow, the King. Okay,
the King wants to play in the periphery. You think with 8 seconds left, Michael Jordan would hit taking a.
It's North Tottenham. It's tomorrow. I'm like, what is that?
But do you really think like Michael Jordan wouldn't have gone to the hole there? That's the difference between LeBron James and Michael Jordan. If you want to put it together, what's the difference between the two of them? With 8 seconds left in the game, you think LeBron James moves around, takes a deep three, fall away three. Michael Jordan goes to the hole, wins you that basketball game.
Yeah, that's fair. But, LeBron's broken hearts in this building. Like, you don't have to go too far back when he did that against Golden State. You know what I mean? When he hit that massive three, pulled up, and oh God.
LeBron James needs ponytails, man, because he acts like a little
bitch. needs pigtails. Bronny needs pigtails.
That was with 8 seconds. I knew I was going to lose that bad way. I wish I could have made a cashed out with 8 seconds left, knowing the ball is going to go to LeBron. He's going to be on the periphery like the little bitch he is, just hanging on the periphery like a little.
I mean, I'm so sorry, but this is what the Knicks do. They get you somewhere, then they lose you money, they lose me money, and they lose the game.
Well, I got Lakers 11.5, Lakers 4.5, and Lakers plus 130 to.
A lot of time left in this game.
I should have swept the board here, man.
Oh, that's a nice pass. And a nice finish. Orange Julius and one. Anthony looking, that unibrow is in a furl. It's straight down. Evil unibrow right now. He doesn't like the call. Huge backdoor play. Man, that's a big man. That is a big man. I wish Randall would play like this, man.
The Knicks have no toughness. Oakley must just be so sad.
Well, I don't know if they've lifted that ban yet on Oakley, which is the worst ban in sports.
Dolan's such a terrible owner.
Dolan is such a punk. I don't know why. You know why Jerry West got the ban from the Lakers, or they pulled his seasons? I mean, I know he's Clippers now, but he's still.
They weren't happy when he took the job with the Clippers, but I can't. He hates everybody but Genie. I don't know.
Right.
But you can't do that to those guys. Like, when we've talked about the Canucks a little bit, and when Trevor Linden just left, you knew that there was serious problems going on with Benning and Aquilini and the brass that was making decisions. When he was like, "Look, I can have nothing to do with you guys." When you have these players that are so important to the history of your franchise, and you can't,
my understanding of the Linden thing is that they brought him in as lip service because of how well loved he was. They knew that it was going to be tough, but as the president of hockey operations, they didn't give him any power. So he was a puppet. He was a puppet president. It wasn't like, when Shanny was in Toronto, you remember for a while, like that was such a great fit. Guy coming back, and he'd given him just a lot of like reputation building. And I think that with Linden, they came in, he was doing town hall meetings. They had him coming in, and this guy was outliving his life. He had the whatever contact ad, and he had Trevor Linden Fitness. He wanted to be on his bike. He gets pulled back in for one of the worst eras in Vancouver Canucks sports history. And I do not think that they gave him any power to be able to make moves. Yeah. And I think that then, one, not having power, and two, being the face of blame as a president of operations. It was, I don't know, man, the Aquilinis, they're up there with Dolan. I'll say that.
I just like the Aquilinis very much, but my dad doesn't, just because they understood to get rid of Benning finally and hire Boudreau and all that stuff. And I don't know. And my dad also loves wine.
Yeah.
But,
is your old man? Is he a Canucks fan, or is he? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it's huge. Now he stopped cheering for them in the Benning era because they were making such horrible decisions. And we could go over all the horrible decisions that they made, but we're watching a basketball game right now. It's just ownership is the head of the monster, and when you have ownership like Dolan and possibly Aquilini and stuff like that, it's hard to believe and have faith in the future of the franchise if you can't trust the person who's cashing the checks.
LeBron James, when he wants to play defense, is an absolute force of nature. RJ Barrett takes him in his dominant hand, takes him left, and LeBron bumps him all the way and puts him into a very uncomfortable position. You're about to see it, but he plays defense 30% of the time. But when he does, if he played, oh my God, LeBron, if he played defense like that for 30 minutes a game, Fournier, oh my God, everybody's so flat. Nobody's got any legs left. Happy to be in overtime. Tired on the West Coast. Oh, you might be right about my Knicks, Jimmy. You might be right about my Knicks.
It's the second time here now of live betting where I haven't cashed out, and it's been much to my chagrin. And the only thing to do is never cash out for the rest of my life. Because if I start thinking, it'll screw me.
I'll say this about the cash out, and I respect you and what Dennis are saying, but if they're offering you 92% and that's, like $20 on you making $150, or you know what I mean? Like sometimes I know it can be the difference and you're looking at total returns, but for me, more casually, I'm like, whatever, I'll leave some on the line. But easier said than done. I've definitely, easier said than done. I don't know.
Now I have to not cash out at all for at least like 6 weeks or 8 weeks, because clearly in my head I'm going to have this in my subconscious that I should have gone 7-0, and I could have cashed out. I could have basically gone 7-0, but not a real 7-0. I could have got 90% of everything, and it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. No, we're just talking about $210, so it's not a big deal. But as you want your unit size to increase, and as you succeed and earn the right to have your unit size increase, you want to be cashing these opportunities.
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, and it's also like, it's hard to call your shot. And that's a beautiful thing about what you do. And you're transparent with every move that you make. So you live and die by what happens. And when you had a play like this tonight, where you were on the right side of the ledger, and then, like a miracle happens, it just sucks. And it sucks because it's your name, and it's your feeling, it's your ego, it's your reputation, and it's your bankroll. Like it's all wrapped into one, and it's, it sucks. I know.
Yeah,
it sucks.
But we'll cash the Lakers plus 11.5, Lakers plus 4.5, and Lakers money line. And Lakers money line was plus 130, which is just $9 extra. So it'll be I'm gonna lose I don't know, $40, which is nothing, but it's just you feel like a loser.
Got to get on that horse. This is a weird trap at the top.
Because it went into overtime. So frustrating. I should have, and again, maybe if we weren't multitasking on the stream, and because the Knicks kind of came back, and I didn't quite notice how they were coming back,
Well, I think that third quarter is monumental. You're behind a little bit, but LeBron with the massive putback jam, and they might be looking at it, but it was ferocious.
LeBron is, a schoolyard, and not a bully. He's playing hopscotch with other 8-year-old girls. He's got no Michael in him. He's got no Kobe in him. Now he's an extremely talented basketball player who can defend all 5 positions on the floor.
If he wants to, though, he chooses not to. That's why I'm saying it frustrates me. He just did an incredible job on RJ, and then he's
not a killer. Kobe and Mike are killers. LeBron just
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, man. 5 points, overtime, 39 minutes, 31 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists for LeBron. Triple double.
He had a great game, but he's not a killer. He's just better than the other basketball players on the floor, like he's always been his whole career. But Kobe and Michael, they had that edge about them that they were killers. They were the best, and Kobe would have eaten LeBron up. Same with Mike. But LeBron, look, I'm a LeBron fan. I just been watching a lot of Kobe. You know, we just passed the anniversary of his death and stuff, so I've been watching a lot of Kobe highlights and Kobe stuff, and now Kobe, you know, deserves to be talked about with Mike.
Would you be talking about him like that if he was still with us, or is there recency bias of him passing? I mean, you know what I mean?
No,
I do think it's fair. He's got 5 to Mike 6 if we're looking at championships. I still don't think like there is no Kobe. I love those ads or like the people that put together the movement of them. I think that Kobe really modeled, one, his mind state, and 2, like his actual game after Mike. You know what I mean? Like if there is no Mike, Kobe isn't as dominant as he was. It was just like, here's the roadmap. You know, here's what you can do as a 2 or a 3 in the NBA, coming out of an era of centers and power forwards and like attrition and down low. When, you know, like, yeah, Julius opened it up and paved a way for Michael Jordan in that position. You know, Julius is probably more of a 3, but my God, the roadmap was there from Michael. The Knicks are disgusting. This is absolutely garbage. You're going to give Anthony Davis a breakaway jam. My God, just give it to him. 7 points, 23.7 seconds left. Yeah, this is a wrap.
You know, Kobe had a thing about him, a swagger about him where and the swagger was taught by Mike. LeBron's, you know, and I have no problem with, I like LeBron being political and because it's new. Kobe wasn't, Mike wasn't. They only focused on basketball. LeBron has to focus on a lot more things. Is that because of how society's changed so much in 15 or 20 years?
No.
Mike didn't make,
no. Mike, you know, everybody knows it. You know, Republicans buy sneakers too, right? Like that's what people said, and that's why, like,
but Mike and Kobe didn't care about the political. They only cared about beating you on the basketball court. That was the only thing they cared about.
Super facts.
And it makes them. And can you imagine Mike or Kobe? Like this was the perfect example. Look, LeBron James is an unbelievable basketball player who's, you know, in the conversation for the best, you know, of all time, in the conversation always. But can you imagine Kobe or LeBron doing that with 8 seconds left? What LeBron did there, hanging out the periphery and throwing a follow-away 3? No. They would never have ever done that. Never, ever, ever would they have not gone to the paint, gone to the dirty area. It's only about winning the basketball game. It's not about being on the cover. You know, it's not about being on the highlight. You know, ESPN highlight. They would have gone to the dirty area to get the victory because that's the only thing that they cared about. And I just watching LeBron, I knew I had no chance. I knew that there was no chance with 8 seconds left and the inbound pass. There was no chance Lakers were going to win the game, or let's say a 6% chance or a 7% chance that LeBron hits a fadeaway 3 with somebody in his face. And that's the difference between those basketball players. And I'm probably simplifying things a lot, but Michael and Kobe were killers. And there's no way you can teach your child to be like that. You know, like I have a 1-year-old, about to turn 1-year-old son. I'm not going to be able to get him on the ice and, you know, teach him the killer. It's just, you can't teach that. You can't. No. You just. And only the greats have it. It's just, and do they have it in other sports? I mean, you look at Brady. Like, does Brady has 7 Super Bowls? Does he have Kobe and Mike's killer instinct? You probably, yeah. I mean, you'd like to think he does, but he just doesn't fit the image we have of these killers.
But I'm telling you, not everybody's Jay-Z, not everybody's Mike, not everybody's Kobe, not everybody's Brady. Like Julius Randle, a day off, a shot off, whereas, like Mike's going to go there. And the other thing is, lest we forget who LeBron James is, when he does drive, he gets calls, right? He gets calls when you're, the top 5 in the league, you are going to take it to the hole. And it's just like when a quarterback airs it out and they're like, hey, there could be a flag on this play as well. Depending on who the receiver and who the quarterback are, sometimes that flag has a higher percentage of flying in this game as well. LeBron with the game tied, it sucked. But regardless, my Knicks did what they were supposed to do. They break my heart. They crush me. Tiff won a nice bet. Let's see this. Yes, Jimmy, I agree. Kobe's competitive greatness was on the level. People tend to overlook that Kobe was a 9-time first team all defense as well. That's a great stat. Who said that? Yeah. Garcia. I love this kid, Dennis Garcia. Yeah. He's got super facts. That's a great point. And defense is, that's huge key. I mean, don't forget, MJ was defensive player of the year too.
Multiple times. So, obviously, I'm emoting because I should have swept the board here, and I go 3 for 4. But the opportunity to live bet on this show, I think, is going to be something I will financially take advantage of. Yeah. The more I have confidence in it, the more my unit size. I like the $30 right now. Made 7 bets at 30 pop. I kind of like that unit size right now. But I'm angry.
Can you okay, before we get out of here, let's get out of here. But let's do a recap on the bets here. On who Tiff wins that bet, Lakers between 1 and 10, plus 175. She put down 50. That brings back 137.50. Bridget lost her Knicks. She put $100 on a parlay. So Bridget went off the rails a little bit. Tuck put down 150. He is going to win the bet Midler. Yes, indeed. 150 turned into 265 for him, minus the 10, whatever. Bob hit a nice bet, even though it was some small ball, but Lakers an over 214 and a half at plus 224. 20 turned into 64.90. RJ. So he goes the Lakers. He goes the Lakers and over, and then he goes RJ Barrett over 2.5.
Yeah, he catches both of those. He lost Indiana. He cashed Virginia. And then he only had one other bet that's not on there. He had Virginia. He had Florida State. So he lost the Florida State bet, but it was only $25. So Bob had a winning week.
Okay, good for Bob. Where's that bet for John landing at right now?
Yeah, let's go over John's action here. So John has the Bucks money line, the Kings money line. They're both going to cash. He already cashed with the Suns. So who's he waiting for? He cashed. So he's going to cash this thing.
Oh, so I owe you another 50. That's gross. That's
going to cash this thing.
Yeah, he needs Sacramento to win. They're up by 7, and Milwaukee looks like
they're up by 20, 28.
So that's a hell of a bet. That's going to be the bet Midler. And that's 84.25 turning into 493. That could be he'll be up there. He's probably going to be in second place. He's going to catapult from 4th to 2nd. He might even be in 1st. We'll have to do the math.
He won't. He'll definitely not be in 1st. Tuck's going to be in 1st when this is over. You did bring up an interesting comment about me picking 1st because I did. I said I want Jon Orlando. But I did want Jon Orlando just to get in your head, just to mess with you. That was why I picked Jon Orlando. I also, when somebody struggles, when a team struggles enormously or a person struggles enormously, the bounce back opportunity I think is big, and I like to bet on that, and that's what I did there. So you'll have first choice after you send me another $50. You'll have first choice, and I think it will be very funny when we get live on Monday for our next show. So it's not the money more that. So, and you know what? Just knowing that you're gonna send me $50 takes me a little bit away from this game going to overtime and me not sweeping the board. So
taking it from your friend, hey, as opposed from the bots, it makes you happy to take it from your buddy. Right? Look how happy you are. Look at the smile on your face. These bots are such assholes, but I'm giving you money and you're happier about it.
No, I'm not happier. I'm not
Just
happier.
you're not
it's
happy.
funnier. It's funnier.
All right, I appreciate that. All right, for the best better, I am Kip Rios.
And I am Jimmy the Bag. Week 3 coming up. Tuchman has a nice, juicy lead, but out of nowhere, Jon Orlando, on his 5-year anniversary, coming to us live from the Venetian, is on his way to cashing a huge parlay. But as we saw by my action tonight, it's not cashed until the clock says 0-0-0, and the Kings are only up 7 against the Thunder with 5:42 left in the third. So there still is work to be done. But we move on to week 3, and the excitement is rising, and the fun is rising, and this is extremely enjoyable. So I'm very, very excited. Kip, week 3 ahead of us. Any last words before we put a bow on this?
No, again, it looks like you're looking like you're in good shape. You're happier about beating me than trying to beat the bots. So, and I'm glad that Bob bumped the Schneid. I'm glad that he's off the Schneid, and
he's off the Schneid, yeah.
So we got ourselves a bit of a race now. I can't wait to see how this whole thing shakes out. So we'll have the odds up probably on Monday morning, or pardon me, we'll have we'll update on Monday morning, and then we'll see who's who in the zoo.
Yeah, shout out to Play USA and all of our players. It's the best, better. We're gonna see who's gonna end up on the top of this hill. Get that cash.
Get that.